Whoops. All right, well, let's just go one more minute, and then we're going to jump in there, Dan. That was a big mistake. I was like, tavern talk? I'm not ready for that.
trouble with primitives in any art form, painting, poetry, or music, is that they come a dime a dozen. You can trip over them in the streets. Anyone can present himself as a primitive when they might be quite simply untalented, or just lazy, or money-minded,
Welcome, ladies, gentlemen, and in-betweeners, to the Way of the Leaf. Josh and Todd are quietly finished. They lived happily ever after. There you go. Welcome, gentlemen.
Welcome.
Hello, Brother Dan. How's it going?
Ryan, with about a minute and 30 seconds left into the countdown, his internet went down, and he and KayK are struggling to get back in. But in the meantime, we're running our own show here, guys. So we can do whatever we want.
Let's party.
Like when the cat's away, you know what I'm saying? Let's be mice at play. Here, how about this? We'll just... Yeah, that may happen. That may happen. Ryan's not here to rein me in.
Wild control of the board.
Poor Ryan and Kay.
I love your water headband there.
I thought you would dig that, Josh.
Nice, Todd.
Thank you. I'm just feeling the show. The teaser trailer dropped, and yeah, man, bring it on.
You connected.
So that has been kind of the talk of the town since the trailer dropped. Ooh, hello, KayK.
Okay.
Hi.
Can you hear us okay?
I can. Can you hear me okay?
We hear you just fine. Thank you.
Oh,
welcome.
Okay.
Oops.
Man, oh man.
Hi. So, you know what? Let me try and do this. Nope.
Sorry, I'm doing.
All right, we'll do that. All right.
But
hi. So we were just talking trailers. So the trailer just came out.
Yeah.
And that has been the talk of the town, as it were.
Fucking crazy. So much talk.
So much talk.
And worth it. But also, like, I would love. I mean, I know your guys' reaction, but I mean, I'm interested to hear what in the world does it? What is it displaying of the book?
There's not much, right? There's not many scenes that you can say, oh, this was ripped right from the pages.
Okay, so I felt like that too, and you know, I'm.
Yeah, there's a couple of scenes that look familiar.
You know, like, should I know this or not? But yeah, it doesn't look familiar. Exactly, Todd. Did not look familiar.
Yeah. I think there was. Well, I guess they're combining book 1, 2, and 3 in season 1, right?
That's what I hear.
I read.
I'm gonna.
I've heard at least book 1 and 2, but
that's what I saw about book 1 and 2, but it might be 3 as well.
Mm-hmm.
No, Rafe, he said like a little bit of 3 is in season 1.
So we better hurry up.
Does that work?
We better, yeah.
Hold on, let me get this link to Ryan here.
Yeah, take care of our brother Ryan.
Invite, copy to clipboard,
We had
and
some
let me just
major internet. We had a full-on major internet shut off. Is what happened. It was all going. We heard the music. We're like, yep.
Boom.
Ah, nice.
Oh, there he is. Hi, handsome.
Brother Ryan.
So sexy.
All right, I'm a little late, but never.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, let's go. Welcome to the LeafCast. Whatever. What did I miss?
Oh, we were just starting to talk trailer talk.
Everything.
Trailer trash.
Locker room
Nothing.
talk.
Everything, dude.
I mean, it encouraged Todd to wear a Hodori,
Yeah.
like a true American. You know what?
Yeah.
When Todd wears
True Warner.
it.
Uh-oh. Are we losing Ryan again? Ryan, come back
Oh,
to
no.
us. Please, Ryan.
Don't cry for me, Argentina. Oh, there he is.
Todd, what are you drinking there, buddy?
Uh-oh.
I got some IPA. It's called Mosaic, bruh.
Mosaic, bruh.
Bro.
Bro. Do you even Mosaic, bro? No. Oh, you got
That's
New Glory
funny.
too. Look at us, twinsies.
Gonna
All
try
right,
to
man.
Glory
I'm so
dangerous.
sorry. We got to catch up. Let's get into it.
All right.
Do this.
All right. Yeah. Let's get into it. We are doing 4 chapters, and it starts on chapter 18. This is a direct continuation from chapter 17, when the girls are pulled in or pulled out of their room and saying, "Yeah, don't you know this is the way we do things? When someone gets healed, the person gets to be in the room." I guess. They go in. Everyone, the Emerald Seat herself is even there.
Brother Dan, do we want to do our pronounce this for this?
We certainly do, yeah.
I think we do. These are amazing.
Let's do this.
Holy cannoli.
Guys, sorry about this.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
you should be. I saw that first one. I got a glimpse just now. A moment ago. Maybe not.
Do it.
All right.
What am
Are
I
you-
saying?
Guys, pronounce this.
Todd, you go first.
Muadrin Tiadar Alende Kabadrin Radin.
Awesome. That headband is giving you some powers.
Just make sure
Order
you,
powers.
you rolled all the R's, I believe.
Dude, this is that's how I do it, dude. Roll all R's.
All
Okay,
right.
did I miss the the rolling R
Roll all R's.
lesson and then also like the headband conversation?
Yeah, it's one
yeah,
and the
you didn't
same.
miss the
Powerful?
water headband on Todd down there?
Dude, it's my Tongriel,
Great
dude.
Griffin.
You know what? I got a headband.
Mon.
All right. That's your laundry, all.
It's my Longriel, dude.
More like your laundry L.
Oh.
Hey, man. All right. Quesadilla. Can you pronounce this?
Oh my goodness, I so can, because in my head it goes Muadrin Alan de Cabaretrina Radian.
You had sound effects.
Pretty much right on as far as I can tell. It's just a bunch of sounds.
All right. So, yeah. And Josh, are you calling the old tongue a bunch of sounds?
Yep, just a bunch of sounds. A random collection of sounds. No. Muadrin Tiadar Alende Kamadrin Rihaden.
Oh, a hard H.
Oh, you went there, huh?
Bro, you know you speak Esperanto. Don't fucking fuck with everyone. You love this
Ryan,
shit.
Yeah, I can
Ryan,
visit
we don't
anywhere in the
have
world and
we
find
don't
a
have
place to
Chansonese, so can you please do the correct pronunciation?
Yes.
Warrentia dar alanje kabriania radian.
There. Oh shit!
I know, right?
That was smooth.
Smoking.
All right, I think all 5 of us should go this time.
You know what? Oh yeah, hey, brother Dan, can you read it in 1.6 speed, which is what I just did? 'Cause that's all- Okay, awesome. I only listen at 1.6 speed. All right, guys, you guys did it great. Hey,
Yeah, well done.
pronounce this.
Come on, it's about it's about like the feeling behind it, right?
Todd,
Well, all right. How you feel?
No,
You go
no,
first. You
there's-
show us the feeling of this one. You go
I
first.
don't
Kay.
actually know the feeling of this.
yeah, well, you know,
I
Matt's.
don't have time to say that as I saw those words appearing.
Wait, Matt is basically making one half of the McDonald's arches right now on a table, and he's yelling this. That's the feeling. So, go.
This is just a letter vomit salad here.
What the fucking? QBRE.
That's a tricky one. That's a tricky one.
QBRE. Karayan Kaldazar.
Yes. Nice. Before you even started,
sounds like a pretty mad time at Vegas.
Yeah, that's a typical Friday. That's a Friday night for me. Hey, Ben Butler said before you even started, he said you're not wrong, Kay. So,
Nice.
Thank you, Ben Butler.
all right, Joshua.
Los Valdar, Quibiari, Los Caranya, Caldazar, Alcaldazar!
Nice.
Nice. Hot Dory Todd.
Los Valdar, Quebayari, Los Carayan Cadazar, Alcadazar.
Nice. Oh, I felt
I
your,
think Todd wins.
I felt your arcing backs.
Gosh, you guys.
I
Yeah.
almost fell off on that one, but
That was some passion.
All right, here we go. Pronounce this.
Okay. All right, now you go first, Josh, this time.
Mia Allende, Esadai, Kebalian Misenye,
Nice.
Inde Musagde, Esadai Misenye, Mia Allende.
Is Matt in the room right now?
What
Jeez.
the?
Jeez.
Put that.
That was
Anyone
really well
supposed
done.
to fall?
Put that fucking dagger in a box.
Really well done.
Seriously.
I can't
Put
handle
that
that.
dagger in a box, call it a fucking day.
Yeah,
That shit was
Sedai.
priceless.
Pronounce this to a new level.
beautiful.
Pronounce nothing.
Hot Dory. Oh, case nice and I go.
All right.
Really? I have to follow that?
Yes. Yes.
Fine.
Best-
Fine.
best
Here you go. Here you go, Josh, right?
Awesome.
Nice.
All right. And I believe we have one. Is that it? No. We have nope. That's it. All right.
That's it. That's
Yeah, keep going. Let's go. Okay.
Swing
Got out of that
uncle,
one.
what?
Yes.
Swing.
So yeah, we get some old tongue, man.
Swings, uncle.
Healing happens. They go into a room. It's a square room. It's a bare room. There's plenty of space. There's a bunch of Aes Sedai in there.
It's a square bear room.
They all kind of link up. It seems the weaves kind of move from one woman to the other, and in fact, the Amaryllis says herself that she is going to conduct this. Let me see what her exact words were, but
Coven of Aes Sedai.
yeah.
Joshua.
She says,
I'm
"I
super
will."
invested in these. These chapters have caught your attention, Joshua. And I'm looking forward personally to hearing everything that you have to say about it.
My nipples are hard. Go on, Dan.
Go on. So the Emerald Seat says, "quote I will meld the flows. Be careful. The power needed to break the bond with the dagger and heal its damage is very close to what could kill him." So she is in charge there.
Did it not feel like an exorcism? Like it was very much like Catholic liturgical exorcism.
But also, it could have been more like a sexorcism because it had this kind of like sexiness to it.
Well, yeah, I mean, like
Felt like a big orgy to me.
Like,
I don't know what you're talking about or what happened in your Catholic days, but
I hear what you're saying. Yeah, I mean,
you know what I mean.
As if the demon was being pulled out of him, but there wasn't any incantations. It seemed like it was a silent ceremony, except for Rand speaking in tongues, the old tongue to be specific.
Yeah.
Ew.
Well, that's what makes it. That's what especially gives it the demonic. I mean, he's on a white table. They're standing around there in the same way, like a white tablecloth table. I mean, it's very much like.
Oh yeah, no, I got that. I got that
exorcism.
feel, and it was very much. It was interesting that once she shoved the dagger into the box, boom, like Matt's like vocalization stopped.
It's like a radiation box too. It's like extra thick lead, like.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I loved how
Penetrating that bitch, huh?
flashes.
Guys, really quickly, we got. It's now officially the Tadori.
Story. Okay.
Oh, there we go.
Nice tree.
Well done, Tree.
Thank you, Tree.
Tree. Beautiful.
Yeah, with a loud pop of tearing leather, the golden sheath dagger rose from Matt's belt, hanging a foot above his straining body. This is when only his shoulder blades and his heels were on the table or something, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. The ruby glittered, seemed to send off crimson sparks as if it too fought the healing.
So
It reminds me of like a ECT. Sorry.
electroconvulsive therapy image, yeah.
I hear that. Yeah, for sure.
Not that I've had one because I haven't, to be honest.
All right.
Oh my God,
Tell
that
everyone
could've gone
about
the
it.
Here, take a seat.
yeah, I genuinely have not experienced that, but I mean, wow.
ECT,
Oh,
ECT,
shadoosh.
whatever you be.
Well, define your terms, guys. Let's go ahead and ECT meaning or whatever. What are you saying?
Is that what we're
Like
doing
electric-
ECT meeting?
What?
What was that, Todd? I mean, Josh. All right, let's go.
All right. So, what are your thoughts on this healing? There is a ritualistic aspect to it. It seems that the Emerlin is not always a part of the healing because they were surprised that she was. They said, "Yeah, the Emerlin herself is even going to be doing it," and.
Is that like Professor House coming in and be like, "All right,
That's funny.
you're having surgery," and all of a sudden House comes in, you're like, "Yes,
Yeah, fine."
all right, I'm done."
Yeah.
Like, is this the
Maybe.
same wand that they use to bind the 3 O's? Do we think?
Oh,
That's a good question.
Sangreal?
very good question.
Sangreal you're talking about?
Mm-hmm.
The fluted white wand.
Which no one alive knew what it is
Uh-huh.
made of.
But I got it at
that's
the
really
end of
interesting.
I got it at the end of Zelda 2,
I think you have it in your bedside table, Ryan.
and it plays that one song over and over again until your mom's like, "Go to bed." You're like, "But I beat the game." All right, sorry guys.
So your mom's like,
So, one last thing before we go on. So it says, Egwin fought the urge to open herself to Saidar and add.
Yep.
yep, she did.
Oh, it's,
bit.
yep. I agree, and we lost
Apparently.
Josh.
Uh-oh.
She wanted to
Get
join
frozen,
in.
Joel.
She
Well,
wanted,
before-
she wanted to meld in with the flow, man.
So
She
be,
did want to
Oh,
melt.
I'm back.
Oh, there you
Sorry.
are. You're there. Yeah.
My work VPN just cut out. I didn't realize it was still on.
Sure it did. That was really nice timing for your work VPN.
yeah.
It always goes off right in the middle of the show. Is when I start.
I'm sorry.
No, it's true. So it says Egwin fought the urge to open herself to Saidar and add her float to the tide. Do we think that water metaphor is implying her house, her Aja?
Ooh, the tide. Oh, interesting. Okay.
And how the blue Aja always have these like water references in all of their like descriptions of the one true source.
No,
We'll
that's
see.
that's
We'll
great.
see, Josh.
Got
I
me
think
thinking.
the one. I guess one way we'll have to. So far, we've been in the perspective of a blue Aja, right? And then we've been in perspective of. Well, I guess you're assuming what Egwin's going to be a blue, or what's your assumption there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
okay.
like some like
Foreshadowing.
of-
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
Well, let's take this prediction one step further. The blues are the Aja that are committed to a cause. They are more or less singularly focused. What would be Egwin's cause?
The Manatherian blood.
Oh, snap.
Oh, snap. All right. Beautiful.
Todd, what do you think Moraine's... I'm sorry. Egwin's
Fucking
cause would be?
Fucking eggs.
Fucking eggs.
I'm not sure.
Fucking eggs.
I'll have to think about that one. Hard stop.
Okay.
Hearts. All right, wait. Hey, loosen your Tadorian. It might help.
That's why I love you, Chapter.
It might be a little tight.
You know what's so funny is Lan has the funniest tan line across his forehead that no one talks about.
Dude, he's got one of those, yeah. That's what makes him so sexy. Yeah.
That's a funny
Tan lines. You can't beat a good tan line.
It's like a watch band or a wedding ring, but it's on his forehead.
All right, guys, please let me just finish it off with it's a landline. Let's go.
Oh.
Todd, I put on my Hodori as well.
Is that yours? That's good.
I'm ready to go.
Nice ride.
Landline.
Heart stuff. Yes.
Yeah.
So the dagger gets put in a box. Boom. Matt's
We
instantly...
didn't hear Kay's answer.
Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Kay, what would be Egwin's cause?
Thanks, Josh.
Thank you.
If she
Todd.
were...
You want them to bust with us? Come on.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I didn't even hear the question.
What would be Egwin's cause if she were to be a blue Aja?
Cause to be a blue Aja?
Well,
Yeah,
the blue
well, I don't
Aja are dedicated to a cause. They are like that's
like
their
saving the
deal.
world.
Peace.
The
You know.
I mean, I suppose like because she looks up to Maureen so much, it seems like that might be motivation in itself.
Like whatever Maureen's cause would be Egwin's cause.
Whatever Maureen does.
Well, what do you think Maureen's is?
Well, I don't really know, but she wears blue, and she's supposed to be part of the blue Aja, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I would
but-
imagine that
but if she's
Egwin
a
just wants to be part of whatever she thinks is going to be the most like honorable position that she herself feels like she is worthy of carrying. It seems like because seems like a little I sense some distrust in herself and some
Nice.
you know, some things that she's just not super confident about, and she's constantly questioning and kind of just asking people like, what? Well, I think this, but am I right? Kind of thing. But she doesn't say these words, obviously, but
Yeah.
this is the sense of person that I get from Egwene.
Yeah. So she'll resort to honor over.
So I think she'll resort to being being honorable, or just. And I think right now she really thinks Moraine is honorable, and I don't yet know if that's true or not. I have been doubting Moraine for a long time, but I think she really, really believes that Moraine is very validly like true in her efforts, and she will follow her.
Okay, good answer. Good answer. So another thing I want to point out is Nynaeve caught herself in her thinking when she said, she said something about I can hold half of the power they're doing.
Oh yeah,
And
that
then
was Nynaeve.
Nynaeve, and then she caught
But that
herself.
slipped out, right?
Yeah, she slipped out. And then she goes, "What the fuck? Did I really just say I could hold half of like 10 Aes Sedai?"
I don't think she knew that until that moment. That's what I got from that.
And they're aided by this like power thing. So Nynaeve's like, "What the? I just expect to be that strong." Like that was really cool.
And it was just like her first kind of. It felt like very much her first realization of the amount of power that she has seen.
Yeah, it'd
in
be like,
person, and
it'd be like the first time Superman went to hug a baby and just kind of crushed it to death, and was like, "Oh my god, I'm stronger than I realized. I can't be crushing babies to death." right?
Well,
Something like
or
that.
actually more so like
Lovely image.
Work
if you're
with
gonna
it.
use that metaphor, let's not use that. Can we use something different? Like if I crushed a
puppies,
guitar
like-
to
like
death
a
because
pu-
I didn't know and I just
Oh,
loved
yeah.
it so
Oh,
much.
yeah. You're just
I
shredding
love
so
to use my
hard, like
bass
he
guitar.
ripped it up. Okay.
Whoops. And then
Okay. Good.
Like Steinbeck's
somebody else
Lenny.
did it,
Just
then yeah, I mean you have the
Yeah,
same
yeah,
power.
total- yeah.
My puppets have the same power.
Human puppets.
And I look up to you so much that, I'm like, oh, cool. You just shred the shit. So I'm like, yeah, shred. Let's keep shredding. I lost my point.
all right. We can just jump back.
Obviously.
We'll get back.
Go back.
So Matt is healed. Yes,
Dan,
Todd.
Yeah. Tadori.
Oh no! Please carry on, Dan. Go.
So Matt gets
Forward.
healed, and they talk to the Emerald. They're like, is he all good? They're like, yeah. Who knows? He was linked to an evil that killed a whole fucking town. So we'll have to see. And they ask about the old tongue. She says that he was talking about battles. And Egwin had recognized one of the things he said was the Red Eagle, which referred to Manethrin. But then Nynaeve kind of was like, yeah, bullshit. She says, quote, "It was not all about a battle," Nynaeve said. "I heard him say Aes Sedai. That was no battle, mother," she added belatedly. I'll go on. It says, "For a moment, the Amaryllis seemed to consider perhaps what to say, perhaps whether to say anything. For a time," she said finally, "I believe the past and the present were one. He was there and he was here, and he knew who we were. He commanded us to release him." She paused again. "I am a free man, Aes Sedai. I am no Aes Sedai meat." That is what he said. So, guys, there's our drinking obligation for this chapter. Everyone, feel free to take a shot or swig.
All right. So was it like, is the A's in Aes Sedai like translate to easy?
Easy Sedai. So, do you guys have any thoughts about that? What the fuck was happening with Matt?
Yeah, he was definitely, tapping back into a former life he had, or it's just a part of his Manetherian blood. I mean, it's definitely a theme of this book. Everybody has had multiple lives, possibly, or TAVERN have.
We've heard the
multiple
phrase
lives,
"the Manetherian blood sings strong in this person," or there's the strong blood of Manetherian. Do you think that's what's going on? Is this like,
Yeah,
Josh? You had
what-
mentioned before, like reincarnation and rebirth and stuff. Is this an example of that?
Yeah, or genetic memory, which is a thing too. Like
epigenetics?
no, like genetic memory. Like, have you ever heard about the study about crows where this guy wears a horrific mask? He started it in the 1970s, and he started in the East Coast somewhere around Princeton area, I want to say, somewhere in New England. And he started wearing this horrific mask every time he would get out of the car. And he learned over time that the crows and the ravens, not only would their children remember the mask and communicated about it, but as he started traveling westward, he went all the way to California, and the memory had basically been transmitted through to the birds in California who reacted to him with this kind of genetic memory of this particular mask, because they recognize faces. They can recognize up to 15 faces.
Would they just shit on it?
What was their behavior?
They would do this particular call, and I forget all the details of but there was a ritual kind of that they would go through. It's a fascinating study that he did over a long period of time. But I mean, there's other instances of you can think of the dream memories of the shaman in northern Russia or in Australia with indigenous peoples there, having these whatever, any kind of archetypical story really that's
That's what I was going to mention, Carl Jung's archetypes.
right?
kinda
That's
like
like translated as a part of culture and memory, like cultural memory as well. So I don't know. I mean, or is it alien influenced DNA, like essentially that we're seeing here?
What?
No,
Alien influenced DNA?
Yeah, I'm going to bring this up every episode because I think it's
I
totally
like
a
that.
possibility.
Okay.
I just
no.
don't.
But,
Okay.
but,
You
but,
just-
it's,
you just-
but it's a fantasy novel.
You just watched
How
2001:
do you know?
Space Odyssey, dude.
We don't know. You're
We
right.
don't know.
Doesn't matter. Love Josh for this.
We don't know.
Well, I think this is
I'll
a
fucking argue with
sit-
you about this all day, Josh.
Good, do it.
Okay.
I think
No,
it's,
I think it's very much
fantasy.
science fiction. The alien shit. What?
Who knows?
Well, that
right?
might
We
be
don't
fine.
know.
We
Yeah.
don't know about
What
it.
is a portal stone? What is the ways? What is the power itself? We don't know. As of now, we don't know any of that source at all.
Like, what the fuck?
And
was-
so, being an alien is replacing one mystery with another, but it is still a mystery.
yeah, I mean,
True.
I've used that excuse 3 times for 3 different jobs for not arriving on time.
I mean, this is-
Alien reduction can only be used once per employee, and then when you can't use it again, they were like,
All
"Nope,
right.
I'm on to you."
No, Ryan, take it further and just use the line I used. And when they say, "Why were you late?" and you just say, "I'll just be replacing one mystery with another,"
I like,
There you go.
I like to tell my bosses to read and find out.
and you just walk on.
I say Raffo.
That's a good answer. All right, so Egwin gets shoot out. Nynaeve gets shoot out. It ends with, it says, one last time she looked at Matt, then followed him, cheering him out. Matt had still not moved. But the next page,
Bum, bum, bum.
that cliffhanger ended quickly. Chapter 19. No, 19.
All right, just before we
It
go
was
on,
like-
Amanda someone wants to join with Josh and say that the Neanderthals, and I'm like Joe Rogan, I say Neanderthals.
Hey,
We're-
do you kettlebell, bro?
Who doesn't? Neanderthals were said to have that generational genetic memory, which
Oh.
yeah.
Birds are
Well,
weird.
there's genetic- okay,
Crows
I'll
are
overcome it.
fucking weird. They develop relationships with humans. They
Look,
remember
I mean,
shit.
We know the orcs or the whatever they're called, the Trollocs in our story.
Orcs. Fuck you.
Josh,
The troll
Wow.
orcs, Trollocs.
man.
Trollocs
Yeah,
came before
Togger.
orcs.
Come on.
Troll orcs.
Troll
The
orcs.
troll orcs. They're
Disgusting,
clearly
Josh.
made up of genetic hybrids of like stuff from our world, right? How do you explain that without genetic science? Okay.
I think genetic science is part of this, though. Wait, I didn't hear the first part of your.
Naturally.
Of course, the
Conversation.
Dark One's a geneticist.
Okay. All right,
Get
you really
over it.
offended some people. Glenn is asking,
I?
did he seriously say
Or-
orcs?
No. Oh, Todd. Okay.
Clearly,
Like, oh my
they're
god. Goodness gracious.
Todd,
I'm the creator
can you
of the light.
Todd, do you know how to change your name? Can you change it to Dory? Todd Dory.
Totally, dude.
All right. I would appreciate it for the rest of the episode, I think.
All right, thank you. I'll get
In the
it.
meantime, we're going to chapter 19. It is Awakenings. This is the first time we get a point of view chapter from Matt. Shocking, right? We are over 120 chapters into the series. And this is the first time we get Matt's point of view. We've always seen Matt as like a trickster and kind of a dick.
that doesn't change.
So, Kay, you have thoughts.
Oh, I did. And then you called him a dick and kind of a like manipulator type of ish. So then I was like, nah.
Oh no, I'm sorry.
good.
I'm sorry. I did not mean to lead the witness. I
No.
strike it from the record.
Oh,
I
thank
got you, Todd.
Thank you. I was like, how do you do this?
Oh, that's great.
You sounded so
Adore.
confident, though. I was really, I thought you had it, bro.
I've done it before. I've done it before, but I was like looking.
We've
on
all
the screen,
done it
I was like, what
before,
the fuck?
you know. Wink, wink.
Well, so far we've seen Matt through the eyes of all the other Emmons fielders. that we've seen. So we've seen him through Rand and through Egwene. We see that Nynaeve does not trust him. We see that the town does not trust him. We see that, and he was sick when Rand was taking care of him, but he started to become problematic. He couldn't stay at certain farms because Mat became kind of like aggressively lashed out at people and was just super paranoid. Granted, they didn't know that this knife was infecting him, but Rand also didn't think that it was that far out of character, maybe, for him to be a dick.
Yeah, even in the first book, he was kind of a dick in the village. I mean,
the first time we meet him,
You're
he
right.
was going to unleash an angry badger onto the village green to scare the girls.
Yeah, he's kind of like this little dim-witted, like little
I think he tried to strike Ewan Fingar
wait kind of
for
thing.
telling the truth.
Right.
Yep.
He said, What'd you say? What'd you say? But here we get him, and he sizes up the situation pretty well. He's like, he wakes up, and I'm not going to speak for anyone on this panel, but there has been an occasion where I've woken up and been like,
Yes.
okay,
Yeah.
where am I? What is this? What is going on? And we see kind of his knowledge ladder kind of grow, or his little knowledge tree, let's call it. We see it like I go. He's like, wait a minute, Red Asha. That's for Rand. Oh, Rand he's the dragon. Yeah, go ahead, Todd.
Yeah, he kind of outlines the story so far, like in a very hazy kind of way. He's like,
Yes. Nice. Yeah.
Him
Exactly.
remembering what happened in the first two books.
Yeah, he's like barely
Yeah.
coming to, and it's still all a blur, right?
You know-
He's he's
talking about, like-
fuck! I blew the horn of Valir.
He's like, oh shit!
Fuck!
Yeah, he
Yeah.
remembers like bits and pieces. I think.
Yep.
Yeah. It
It's funny
feels
though,
like he's just really coming to. Are you talking about just that section of like what he's talking about?
Yes. Yeah. He was like summarizing his
the
life.
blubbering of like, yeah.
But
So let's-
he did not mention the Green Man.
No one remembers. the
Never,
Green Man, right?
no one will ever mention the Green Man to this
no one-
day.
no.
They have like a blood oath where they will never mention it again. Yeah. The what?
First and second rule of Green Man is do not mention the Green Man.
you can't talk about Green
So he remembers this battle.
hang on. I mean, what do we make of this? Him having this impression of the tale that he experienced, that he talks about in the old voice, like in the old tongue. I mean, don't we? How
Which
do you
part?
interpret the memory here?
Oh yeah,
We got a good almost
about to get
page
there.
of italicized stuff.
Italicized
that is
memories.
his memories. Yeah.
Which part, Josh?
The italicized part?
Yeah, but like which? Just the whole part? The whole italicized part?
Yeah, I mean, it's basically like this memory of someone in an ancient battle who was a gambler who rolled the dice. Another image that we've seen over and over again. The gambler is
Right.
Mat. Like, is this his TAVERN? Is this the archetype? Is this the
That's what I was
story
putting
that
down.
he's reliving? Like how Mat is, how Rand is reliving the dragon, and Perrin is reliving this brother of wolves kind of character. Like, is this his?
Josh?
I
No, you throw a lot in there.
There's a
that
lot of
I didn't-
suppositions happening here, Josh. What,
I was
this
just like,
whole-
oh my gosh, Matt's coming to, and he's remembering shit.
I think you need to.
That's what I got out of that. Honestly,
You need it- yeah.
honestly, though, that's.
So do you
I
take
was
it
like,
as a metaphor?
he's coming too. I did not read into it. Maybe I should read back and like honestly, I would like to.
No, you're
dissect
no,
this
Case and I, you told me exactly the same thing Josh did.
Did I?
when we talked about it, yeah, you're like, oh,
At
these are
some
past
point?
life memories. Yeah, you said they were past life memories. All right, so just helping you out there. Yeah, yo. So Josh, you think it's past life memories? You think but you're assuming,
or not necessarily past lives. Again, I still don't know if they are
I was gonna wait
reincarnations
till further.
or fulfilling. Are they statues of or statues to? Dan, this is what I was trying to get at. Like, are these people reincarnated, or are they a model of a type of person living their own free life?
Okay.
With freedom
Like,
to make decisions, and still follow like water flowing in the previous trail
Elements.
of water that's come before it, right? Like
those earth elements you're speaking of, air, wind, water, fire.
Keep going.
Spirit.
Same.
Swing.
Humor.
Thank you. How many elements we up to, boys?
All right, no. So I hear you. So you don't know if this is reincarnation or if this is archetypal narratives that. So do you believe it in the pattern at all, or do you think that the people talking about the pattern and the wheel are just using words to describe their reality?
Water flowing down a mountainside leaves a pattern. Is that pattern always the same? No, it changes based on the flow of the water and that which has come before it. It will be affected by that which comes after. You can have a pattern without having predestination, right? I mean,
It's fluid.
And I love that metaphor because it's all from the same source and it all ends up in the same space. But the path it takes, it may vary.
right.
Yeah, it's a really good metaphor. I love it.
You know,
Depending on how tight the weave is on the pattern.
Well, that's a good question. So Village Mattress just asked,
Yeah.
is Matt tightly tied to the pattern?
Ew.
And I guess I'll add an addendum. Is Matt's memories because of his TAVERN nature or because he is of the strong Manetheren 2 Rivers blood?
or because he blew the horn of Valair. I mean,
Or because he blew the horn. You're right.
How tight is it, Todd? Very specifically. Todd's
tight.
Right.
So tight.
Can you snap it? Can you give us a snap?
All right, this is a new rule. If you
Dude,
mention,
can't even snap it, dude.
All right, so if you mention a guest by name, we will put your name.
Don't break it, because
Josh is an interesting dude, and Mandarb wants to say, Josh, read and find out.
Read and find out.
Oh.
RTFM, as we say in the Unix trade.
What does that mean? What does that
Read
mean?
the fucking man page.
Josh is great at parties. He always brings up these anagrams and like aphorisms and like technical terms.
I'm great fun.
Read the fucking man page?
So I think this.
You want a mansplain to read the fucking man page, please?
I think it shouldn't be a manual. It should be a person.
Man page is a manual. It's a manual on a computer.
It should be a personal.
I only read manuals. Yeah, or the manuals.
All right, so
the mules.
This is a pretty fun chapter. Matt is piecing together where the fuck he is. He's like, all right, this is comfy. This is nice. All right, someplace rich. All right, supposed to go to. Oh, he's with the nice and I. I'm supposed to go to Tarvalon. Egwin. Okay, Tarvalon. Yeah, here's the. Oh, but Rand can. And him piecing this stuff together, I found to be pretty fun to read.
Yeah, it's
personally.
Yeah.
Anyone agree?
But we hear.
I do.
Thanks, Case and I.
I thought it was fun to read.
Thank you. I do want to talk a little bit.
Dad,
we learned about MaTsDa.
Yeah.
Horse trader.
So okay, let's talk about this trade for a little bit. They're in Emmonsfield. There's not very many strangers that come around. We hear that people don't go that far. There's Taryn Ferry, there's Devon's Ride, and there's Watch Hill, and that's pretty much it. So, what is a horse trader, and is it a reputable trade, do you think? Matt himself even says, "Yeah, my dad always like fucking got over on everyone, even though he didn't. He never cheated anyone." And I'm like,
He
"Yeah,
never got the
wink,
greasy
wink."
end of the stick.
The greasy end of the stick. Gross.
Yeah. Yeah. It sounds like he feels like a used car salesman.
It's the original used car salesman. Unethical trade behavior.
Right, slapping the ass of that horse, and you don't have it. This baby here can.
It comes from newspapers falsely printing race figures about horses so that they could be sold for more money.
Yes. Yeah. No. It does. Yeah. You're right about all that too. Real quick, let's go back. This is we have a Patreon member who asked the question. He says, "Is Matt tightly tied to the pattern?" And no one answered the question.
No, okay, sorry.
We're going through one at a time. KayK, is Matt tightly tied to the pattern?
Oh, I think so.
Okay,
I think
Josh.
more so. We found out now. Yeah, but I'm sorry.
No, sorry. No, keep going. Go on.
Go ahead.
Yeah, keep going.
I'm sorry. I didn't know how long of an answer you wanted.
I know,
but I was just like, yeah, yes.
Yes, and I'm sorry.
I can continue as to why, but we can
Tell
go
me
into
why.
that later too.
Tell us why.
No, keep going. Yeah, keep going.
Oh God, he's tightly tied to the pattern. I think because in this entire chunk of chapters, he becomes apparently, well, in my eyes, and I don't know, it says it in the book, more important, right, than he realizes.
Read the fucking book.
So I was like, read the fucking book, right?
Why are you asking me? I only
Don't
work here.
ask me. I only do this Tuesdays. I care about it no other time in my life. I'm kidding. I care about it all the time. It's ridiculous. It's absorbing. Anyway.
It's all absorbing.
Blah, 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 blah.
All right. Josh.
Yes. Tightly tied. That horn.
Super. It's a horn. Yeah, thank you. It's a horn. All right. There's the answer.
Foxy.
Josh, do you think he's tightly tied to the pattern, and why?
I think it depends on how you interpret the question. I mean, if you interpret the question as, is the pattern controlling his destiny? I would say no. Is he TAVERN? Yes. Is he fulfilling a role? Sure.
Sure.
I'm going to rip my wig off.
When we get to 1,000 subs, let's hold off, sweetie.
Is it tightly tied to the wig? Is your opinion tightly tied?
Yeah, is Matt tightly tied to the wig?
So where do we throw this these memories then in that mix, Josh?
The horn of the lair. I mean, I think again, it's like the genetic memory with the horn. It's like, I mean,
does the dagger have a genetic memory? Like the dagger seemed to give him like speech powers, and then all of a sudden the dagger goes in the box and he stops talking. Is a horn and the dagger have the same kind of what you calling genetic memory?
No. The horn, the taint is, I think, the original sin of this world. It's like it's the symbolic original sin.
Yeah, my first boner.
Well, let me ask you then, Todd. Todd Dory.
Yes.
Based on what Josh says, we have Egwin.
You can laugh, Kay. It's okay.
Thinking that she should know what he was saying. It was like, that shit seems familiar, even though she's never heard it before.
Right. No, that's a great part where she. It seems so familiar. She could look, aside and see it. But I didn't get to answer the question though about.
I'm sorry.
Tightly tied to the pattern. What the fuck?
Yeah, no, I'm sorry. I'm here. I am being a dumb host. Yeah.
I just assumed with your Tadori you'd be assertive.
Yeah, Tadori.
But I do like this Egwin. I like the Egwin question though, and I think it's actually tied to Matt too. It kind of like her and Matt having Manatharan blood. Kind of fall in the same category, I think. So, but Matt is tightly wound to the pattern, I think, just because of the Horn of Valir. He's TAVERN. He had the dagger from Shadow Logoth. So the pattern really likes him, I think.
The pattern really likes him.
Yeah. Like
The
if the pattern was playing like fuck, marry, kill with the three TAVERN boys, the pattern would be fucking Matt. Is what you're saying?
Uh-oh.
And what's that? I think there was a Chinese curse that was translated to "May you lead an interesting life."
Yeah. Yes, I love it.
Yeah, it's kind of like a fuck you.
But Egwin.
So there is a song in this chapter. We don't have many songs. We're not Tolkien where there's like pages and pages of song. But we have a song. This is a tune that Matt began to whistle unconsciously once he realized that, yes, indeed, he did blow the horn of Valir. It says, softly he whistled a bit of tune, then cut it short when the words came to him. And I'll read it, quote, I'm down at the bottom of the well. It's night and the rain is coming down.
So emo.
The sides are falling in and there's no rope to climb. I'm down at the bottom of the well.
No, yeah, Dan, I wrote a number to this. It's all in A minor.
Okay, I got my guitar. You want it?
All right, so Wheel Chazil, our new favorite friend, says, wouldn't it be the boar in the Darkwind's prison for the original sin, or perhaps for that more Pandora's box, is what Wheel Chazil says.
Right, yeah. That's a good question. I mean, Pandora's box and the original sin, I think, are related in our plain world mythology as well. So,
well, it's interesting because Pandora's box is about opening something up, and the Darkwind's prison is about shutting something away, right?
Sure.
So, so I think he's asking.
Well, no, I mean it's about the Dark One coming out from behind the seals.
Yeah.
And
coming out, so you better.
And the apple and the box are both vagina metaphors, right, guys?
I'm coming out. It all works.
Do we have to have one? Come on.
All right, so he remembers all this shit. He doesn't remember everything, but he remembers most, and he's like, oh, fuck it. If they ask about the horn, I'm just going to say it wasn't me. I'm going to do the Shaggy defense. Weren't you doing it in the shower? It wasn't me.
Zoinks?
Did you blow the horn of Valir? It wasn't me. Didn't you call the heroes out of the horn? It wasn't me. All right.
Am I the only one lip syncing? Todrick?
It wasn't me.
Did you lip sync?
Yeah,
It wasn't me.
I didn't.
It wasn't me.
I know Josh wasn't. You guys are like
that small.
big.
Yeah.
It wasn't
I can see you that big, so I don't see your facial expression.
Josh tried to join the Rockettes and started telling everyone what to do. They kicked him out.
The Shaggy defense is apparently Shaggy defense is apparently like in a legal defense,
Okay,
like is being taught as like this is a valid defense, and they call it well, not valid, but it's something that people do, and it's now called the Shaggy defense. I don't know. Hey, we saw you on. You're on camera. Wasn't me.
Was it me? The Shaggy.
Wasn't me?
The Shaggy defense. Yeah.
Has anyone ever read the Aladdin story to their kids?
Oh, like the original?
Yeah, well, like the Disney one, not the original, like Arabic.
Oh, not the one where like the snake is a big dick metaphor coming out.
Well, are you asking like the original Disney
The original
like
Disney
one, or
book?
the,
Yeah.
where it has okay, so
Where,
I'm
like Abu grabs the ruby.
Oh, sorry, there was like a little line under my face.
Go
That was
on.
not to you. I wanted to be clear.
Abu grabs the tainted ruby and it causes the castle to fall down. I just loved
Oh.
Yeah, puppet
I
that
saw
button.
that in the
folks.
movie.
Subscribe, like, and subscribe.
Hey.
Yeah. Is that Eddie Murphy's character?
Eddie Murphy's
All right,
character.
let's.
That's donkey.
That's
Oh my god.
Robin Williams is that's
Wow.
probably my favorite Disney
I
movie, to be
didn't know
honest,
how
is
to
Aladdin.
What? Little Mermaid, hands down.
Little Mermaid's pretty good.
Wait.
Little Mermaid.
Is number
is
one-
Why
nice.
would a woman
That's
give
the
up
one with
her
all the
voice for a
curvy, like,
man?
penis scenes in
Why
the
would
cloud.
she give up
That's-
her
That's
autonomy?
why
Why would
it
she
is.
give up her personal?
Apparently Todd has
No wonder you
no
like this book,
opinion.
right? You think the Little Mermaid is
Yes, the Little Mermaid was jerking everything to
Tadori
wreck.
is getting tired.
jerk to wreck that cloud,
Poor
baby.
man.
She's like walking around on what do you call those?
Man.
Penises. Up where they fuck. Up
We
where
are
they romp.
So
right, go on.
amazing.
Up where they
It was a
roll.
really good moment for women.
I hate you,
The Little
Dan.
Mermaid. But it's
Go on.
still my favorite.
Come on.
That was
All right, no,
Ryan-
chat.
Ryan,
What
I
is,
wish,
I don't know
I
how
wish
he
one
stuck
day
all
to
that
have
in
the
a timely
largest
fashion,
farm in the
too,
two
though.
rivers.
All right.
Alright, so-
905 agrees.
so Glenn, Aladdin's a favorite. Sin,
Yes.
close. If you
Oh,
actually,
okay.
Sin, if you would participate and ask questions and engage with our first time readers, we probably would drink more. But all you do
Sin?
is ask how drunk we are. Sin in is our favorite drunk checker.
No, yeah,
I
no.
do like
she-
Sin.
it's,
I don't know.
it's a
who
reminder.
Sin
I use her.
is.
Her. Yeah, she's a reminder for us
She-
to drink. You're right.
Her all she works at a sobriety checkpoint.
Mm.
The
For
Watt
puppets
sobriety
and-
checked
And wicked figures
Oh shit!
Sinan is throwing like
and
light.
normal-ish people
Like-
with
flashlight
bees
right in her
and
face.
also hair accessories.
All right. Real quick, way early in the show, people were yelling Bella in the chat. Did we even mention Bella, or they just?
Oh yeah, when you were gone, Ryan, I took
Yeah,
control.
we did a Bella, dude.
And I
We did
said
Bella.
I didn't know how long you were going to be gone,
So,
and
all right,
I said it's random. I could just do anything, and I threw a Bella in there.
all right, I got it. All right. All right.
Okay.
I was
You
like,
got it.
But did we miss that? We were called. Someone said, "I don't want to
Are
be
you
a
running at a
puppet."
lower level? Are you down lower than us in the wheel that you're back in the chat at the beginning of the episode?
Dude, he's at the bottom of the well.
No. I oppose it.
You're down in the wheel.
No, that's an inappropriate Bella.
Uh-oh.
Fuck that.
Sorry, I
Ryan's
was
out.
singing.
This is the way.
Oh no.
This is the way.
Is everything just
Ryan,
on like
this
a
is the way.
Be sure to
rapid?
smash our like button and subscribe to our channel.
All right, it feels
Oh,
like
this
a,
is great.
it feels
This
like
is
a,
like on auto replay.
a break is
Something
coming
taking
up.
over.
Are we close to the end of the chapter, Dan?
Yeah. So, so
Yeah.
that's pretty much. He figures out. He whistles this tune. He stops, and then there
Yeah.
was a.
Matt's
he says-
scheming. He's scheming.
He said, "All right, fuck it. Hey, it wasn't me." And then
He said,
here's a knock on the door, and it opens, and that's where it ends. What did I miss, guys?
Just Matt scheming. He's trying to
Down
think
from the
about
road.
it from all things, from every side. He's like, how do I
Oh,
use
there were-
Tarvalon
The
to my
sides are
advantage?
falling in.
There
That's
is
fine.
one thing I wanted to mention is Matt. Once he remembers that Rankin channel, here's what it says. Quote, discovering what Rand could do had been like finding out his best friend tortured small animals and
Oh.
killed babies. Once you
Okay.
finally made yourself believe it, it was hard to call him a friend any longer. What are your thoughts?
Matt
Really?
wrote him off as a friend, yeah.
I would
That
never
was
do. I would never
heartbreaking.
do that to you, Dan.
No, I would never. I don't kill babies anymore.
I know
You
all
guys
your
are so
secrets,
cute.
and I
With your
still
puppet
won't.
heads looking at each other, all gazing across the screen.
I totally
Don't be-
stopped killing babies.
Don't
You
be,
know
don't
that,
be
right?
jealous.
You know that,
All
right?
right.
No, it's so sweet.
All right. Anything else?
I am a little jealous.
Yeah. Was there a? Did you guys want to mention? I mean, so
Any
do you
notes?
think
What-
that they are friends still?
I think it's just heartbreaking. And that, yes, because why would he say that if he didn't care so much about him? I mean, it feels like a very specific moment of just like, fuck. this sucks. That's super fucking shitty. And I remember all this now, and it's like flooding back to him, and he's just having this. It felt to me like a wave of, oh, fuck. Remembering what happened. Yeah, Todd.
Yeah. And he's thinking about Perrin, too. He's kind of thinking about Perrin and Rand at this moment. And he says that he's crazy. He's like, I'm the sane one, the only sane one left. Like, there's only me.
But he doesn't say, I need to try and save them. He says, I need to look out for myself.
Right. And he gets drunk.
Yeah, that's what I just said.
All right, you know what? Fuck off, guys. Fine. Yeah. So, what do you do when your friends leave you? Male specimens, I would like to know.
It's never happened in my life. Never once.
I've never lost any friends.
Never once.
No, they're all in your closet, Ryan.
The sun never sets on the Ryan Empire.
Vouch for.
All right, let's take a break. After our break, guys, we're going to. You want to stick around? We're going to show you. We're going to premiere a new fun video that the way the Leaf is putting out tomorrow morning. You're going to get a sneak preview after our anime. Why not? Right?
Only if you promise to watch it again when we actually release it.
And you comment it, and then share and comment and whatever. Yeah, but yeah, here we go. We're going to listen to a 10-minute. Homunculus Rex intermission, and we'll be back with more fun.
I know Homunculus Rex. I've seen them live. Dan Conroy is just riding this.
Actually, the most recent Patreon is The Will Reads. I just have not updated the graphics.
Oh, gosh. Yeah, let's do that.
We won't. Thanks. Thanks. Let's means, why don't you do it, Ryan? Don't worry, KayK. I got you muted. Very shortly, we're going to be premiering the new video we made, The Way the Leaf. It's titled How Robert Jordan Wrote The Wheel of Time. Yeah, if you're listening right now, among those tracks, it's Josh and I. That's it. Just Josh. Just Ryan. Can you think of another power duo? No. There's Jay-Z and Beyonce? No. Josh and Ryan. Kanye and Kid Cudi? No. Josh and Ryan. How about the tracks? Premiere of the new video. It's going to launch tomorrow morning. This week in the nation.
Okay. All right.
Hello?
Let's get this started. Our viewers are waiting.
There we go. So,
Can you
hey
guys hear me?
guys, welcome back. Yes, I hear you. Okay, let's just jump into it. We're running a little behind, so let's just jump right into chapter 20. Matt's door opens, and boom. Some hot little mama comes in. Woohoo! Wow! Agauga! Hubada! Ainga! What else? What else did the cat do?
I think you covered it. You covered it really well.
And he's all naked. He's like, "Don't, my little Wayne! I don't want you to see that."
Poor Matt.
So he covers up his little ween.
That's what I come back to.
She pretty much talks to him. He's like, "Yeah, you look familiar." She's like, "Yeah, you may have seen me somewhere. I don't know. Maybe my multiple print ads. Maybe you saw me on a commercial or two. Maybe I starred in a. Well, I won't say starred. I was on a soap opera for about 3 weeks, and I was one of the girls who held a briefcase during that one Who Wants to Be a Millionaire show."
I think, dude,
maybe.
Matt saw her on OnlyFriends, I think.
Oh,
Okay.
he's all, "Bro, I tipped you."
Oh, shit. Okay.
She mentioned glory, and he's like, "I don't know what the fuck. Wait, what kind of glory?" And she's like, "I knew it. Quote, "I knew that would pull you. You above all." Her smile made his head spin. So tell me about this visit.
Josh.
I think I got something to say, actually. I like what she says about visiting Matt in the White Tower. She kind of like laughs when she says the White Tower, or kind of smiles.
Yeah.
But she says, "I wanted to see all of you."
Correct.
Well, she did. He was naked in front of her. I
What
think
does
she
she
got
mean
what
by
she
that?
wanted.
Is that what she means by that? I wanted to see all of you.
Oh, I mean,
Oh,
what do you
that's funny.
think, Tadori?
What's up?
What was your guess? What do
Does
you
she-
think she meant?
I don't know. Does she mean she just wanted to see Matt, or she wanted to see all of you? Like all of you, TAVERN?
All three of them?
I don't know. I was just thinking about that.
She also
What
says
do
you are hungry. That's to be expected the way they do things. Make sure you eat all they give you. You'll be surprised how
Josh,
quickly you'll put weight back on and regain strength. The way they do things. Okay.
The way they do things, yeah. Like, we all know that they use your own power to heal you.
Is that suggesting there's a more optimal way to do it?
Well, I think we learn for sure that there are 3 sides, not 2, to this shape that we're seeing the world emerge in, right? Like, she has both disdain for the dark for Blauzaman, and she has disdain for the Aes Sedai. And she has this kind of like power of musedom, or like, you know, intrigue. Definitely seems like another person who has their own agenda. Lanfear, in this case, or Celine.
The first time we meet her is in the Portal Stone world.
Right, and which is kind of like a world of dreams. And then Perrin sees her in the world of dreams, and she threatens him.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I thought she was talking about all the TAVERN. Like I wanted to see all of you.
I agree.
So what do we think of Celine or whoever this person is? What are our thoughts of?
Funny.
She hasn't.
Can you hear me now?
We can hear you. Hello.
Yes, thank you.
Okay, I was like, oh my goodness, am I actually interrupting somebody? This is great. Sorry.
So we do. She
I was
has.
silent and frozen for a while.
She has not been violent or aggressive towards the boys. She has been coercive, perhaps.
Except to Perrin, where she says that he'll ruin everything by being there.
Oh, is that what she said?
She's definitely
I
threatening.
don't
to
actually.
Perrin.
Yeah, I'm like with Todd. Cool.
Well,
Cool.
well-
Is that what she said?
Well, in
I don't remember that.
Perrin had his
I
like
don't.
he had like his like 4 dream kind of sequences,
Yeah.
and we discussed whether or not which one was a dream, what was going on. At one point, he meets a woman who turns around and says, "What are you doing? You'll ruin everything by being here." And somehow she like
Get the fuck out! Yeah.
Yeah, but
gets out
that's
of there.
Celine, right?
That's right. I remember it now.
But it's
It
weird.
she says, "You, what are you doing here? How did you? You'll ruin things you cannot begin to imagine." Abruptly, the space began to flatten as if he were staring at a picture of a room.
Yes,
Right,
what
which
is-
happens with Matt too. Like she distorts space and time, and he leans back because it seems like she's lording over him with a dagger, but she's really across the room still. Control of like physical space and time perception.
Did you prep, Josh?
She's powerful.
With, like the other times that Celine showed up? Do you know that offhand?
Well, I think we know she's Landford.
I know.
At least that's
She's,
been
well,
implied.
yes.
Who is seen as like equivalent with the Dark One, essentially.
Or I thought we found it out and we kind of like agreed upon that in this group.
Well, here's what it reads. It says her hand was empty and she stood halfway across the room, but he leaned back away from her as if she were tight on him on top with a dagger. He did not know why, really, except that there was a threat in her eyes and he was sure it was real. His skin began to tingle and his headache returned. Suddenly, tingle and pain vanished together and Celine's head whipped around as if listening to something beyond the walls. A tiny frown appeared on her face and she lowered her hand. The frown vanished. We will talk again, Matt. I have much to say to you. Remember your choices. Remember that there are many hands that will kill you. I alone guarantee you life and all you seek if you do as I say. She slipped out the door as silently and gracefully as she had entered. End quote.
We get the snake metaphors about her too. Her look sharpened, her friendliness slawed off her voice like an old snake skin. Just these like very like
She slithers too.
temptress kind of like imagery.
Right.
We learned that their dads came.
Oh, this was great. Table Thor.
Da.
Dude,
And
I was so.
The Da of time.
How can I prop
I was so dude.
Instead of the Dao De Ching, is the Da De Ching.
It says Swan Sanche
was
sent them
happy.
back to the two rivers with empty hands, not even letting them know you were still alive. Will they tell you that unless you ask? Perhaps not even then, for you might try to run away back home. And she's like, "Yeah, I can tell your dad you're alive if you follow me."
Todd, were you going to say something?
I'm just happy that Tamo Thor is alive and he was able to make the journey to Tarvalon. That's all.
We learned that 2 more people have left the 2 rivers, which was like part of their like identity that like they never left, right? Other than to go to the one village away to like trade tobacco.
Not Tamo Thor though.
Well,
I
Tamo Thor's
got
been all
a
over
really
the world.
okay.
Go.
Todd, I gotta tell you, I've got a really good friend that started reading this series, and he's super stoked that Tam is
Tam.
still alive. Like, yeah, it's really.
Heck
All right, so let's talk a little bit
Happy,
about their
happy.
journey. Let's
Hang on one second.
Oh, go ahead.
We hear Celine tell Matt that. Will they tell you that even now Randall Thor is trying to escape, and the one called Moiraine is hunting him? Will they tell you that the Black Agent, right? So is this implying that the dogs were Moiraine's?
Oh, what do you mean the dogs?
What?
The dogs that were hunting Rand in the last scene.
Oh, right.
In the last scene.
Yeah.
The
Oh.
last scene that we experienced Matt.
Oh, when
The dogs are hunting him.
Oh, Rand, yeah.
And he
Rand.
kills the one with the bolt of electric light.
Yeah.
And then we see
No,
here
he
that
was-
she...
he was just walking around going, Fido!
I feel completely
Fido!
And then
Yeah,
just
doggy,
kinda-
I thought he was
doggy,
going,
doggy.
Lassie!
Come on, yeah, come on, no. He was just like, he had a dog, but come on. What are you I'm just
Dude,
kidding.
that
Go
house
on.
awesome.
Okay, so Moraine was sicking dogs.
Well, I wonder. I mean,
like
who
at the-
was
as a-
sicking the dogs on him? We
But I
never
mean, like, what
learned.
would a dog do to Rand, though? Like, so the dog.
Well,
like,
bite
I
him.
mean, yeah,
These
so I
are
mean,
big
like,
fucking
Repeatedly?
dogs. These aren't like your dogs, Ryan.
you-
These aren't like little cute fluffy dogs. These are like big.
You're just little
Hey,
babies.
they're trained to bite
Don't
your
you talk
Achilles
shit about
tendon.
them.
You can't
just-
run with your Achilles severed.
Tendons
I
and
just thought
throats.
they
Yeah.
were like.
That,
they were like
yeah, it could be.
farm dogs.
It could be
Farm dogs, you think, Tom?
entirely
I
literal.
thought that's where they were. I don't know. But yeah,
But
you
they're
got a
like
point, though.
coordinating around him, like calling
Yeah.
out in the night, like doing what is it called in the Disney movie? It's called like the Twilight Bark,
Ooh,
where they like
sounds-
Love
it.
Oh, when the dogs are like, yeah, the
they like
bark
transmit
network.
the message during 101 Dalmatians. I don't know
Yeah,
why I'm on the Disney metaphors tonight, but
yeah, I love them though.
Dude, right in.
That's
Right.
that's the best
Right.
part of that movie too. The dogs communicating across the Thames.
So can
yeah.
so does Aes Sedai, they can control like dogs, or I don't know.
I guess we can find out. I mean, I don't know if we've seen that.
Read the fucking book.
Obviously,
Wait, what about
so
what
far.
about the dark one? Can the
Here's
dark
what
one-
we have learned. We did learn that Moiraine
They're
healed.
like all Caesar Milans.
We know that Moiraine healed injured wolves.
Yeah.
We don't know if they were just like injured, like I have one health point and I'm just like about to die, and she just laid her hands, or if she somehow was able to coerce them. I'm not sure.
All right, well, Josh, have you ever thought that Rand just forgot he had biscuits in his pocket?
Good point. Will.
He
Biscuits
follows it up
in
with,
your pocket.
Josh is sharp as a tack. Yeah, try giving this guy a bear hug.
Definitely not very
Is what I
comfortable.
want to say.
All right, so let's
Try talking to him on a live
let's talk-
stream.
Let's talk a minute, actually. And Kay, I want to ask you first off. Let's talk about what is it? The fish lips. Let's talk about
Goodness, I didn't even know you did
the
that.
I'll give you a
the
puppet
travel of Abel Cawthon and Terralthor. They
Terralthor.
followed the same. We assume they followed the same path to
That's the
Tarvalon that Moiraine and the boys did. But if you look at that path kind of has some fucking carnage and fires and stuff in its wake.
Did
So Dan, I guess, is trying to ask you, what do you think about like Tam and Matt's dad followed them all the way to Tarvalon to try and find them, and they were turned back. They had to make a big scene, and they got to the Amerlin Sea, and then Amerlin basically turned them back. But actually, why are we fucking just taking this at face value?
Totally
Fucking-
gave him coin though. Totally gave him gold.
bro. But hey,
We're only taking this
Yeah.
as per these
Celine
chapters.
said
correct?
this.
Is
Why are we
right?
accepting
Or-
this as
right? I don't
truth?
actually believe this as truth.
yeah.
Oh,
Honestly,
yeah. So here's my
that-
question.
this is something
Yeah.
we have not discussed.
We did not know.
To
Okay,
be
go.
clear,
Well, this comes up.
honestly,
later,
I can't tell why. Do
If
you want
we-
to go
yeah, well, he has the
first?
Tadori on. No, just he's immune. He has the Tadori. He's all steely eyed. No, so wait, so yeah.
I love it. Everybody thinks I'm so serious.
No, I don't.
Sometimes.
You're so
At
serious.
first.
No,
So serious.
you're so
Alright.
serious.
I'm clearly
So you're saying you don't believe that Tam and Matt's dad came to Tarvalon? You think she made that up?
No! Yes, she's a bullshitter if I ever heard one before.
All right. Yep. All right.
One knows one.
To Dory, do you think this happened? Do you think Celine was telling Matt the truth?
I think she was because it's going to come up later. We could talk about it.
Yeah,
later.
yeah. We learned that. Yeah. Anyways,
Matt kind of. There's a moment. Oh well, let's go on. It'll come up.
there is one more
Where on the
obligation to drink.
Where is Shao Ghul on the map? Like, didn't our heroes take a big detour through Shao Ghul?
Yeah, Darren, bring out the go from the dick to Shao Ghul.
Here's Shao Ghul. So here. Shao Ghul is up here past the Mountains of Doom.
Yeah. So
Our
friends
took it. No, they went to Shadow Logoth.
Oh, Shadow Logoth, right.
Which is...
Where is that? Thank you. I'm getting my names wrong.
Closer to the dick.
It's somewhere around here. I can't fucking find it right now.
I don't see it on the map either.
It's somewhere around here.
It's a ruined city. Why would you see it? It's not on the map.
Oh, there it is.
Well, I want to
not on
see
the
if they're
maps.
following. If it makes sense for the dads to follow the same path, like
I
you
don't think
said.
they. Why would they follow the same path? They didn't have to run away from Trollocs. I think that's a weird
There's
question,
like a-
Dan.
Hold on.
That was a lot of. Okay, there's a lot of assumptions in that question, Dan. That
Let's go.
the dads followed the carnage like step by step. They could have just.
No,
been like,
I'm saying that even if they went to Whitebridge, there was an inn burned down
couldn't they go to the Tarn Ferry and just
because
take a
of
boat
them. I
all the
mean,
way to Tarvalon?
there was
Could they have
shit
taken-
going down. There was shit going down from here to there.
All right, so what?
Tamal Thor is a badass tracker too, so he would be able to like track all this shit and get to Tarvalon.
The
I would
question is, did they
imagine-
travel together or did they go on their own?
I think it sounds like they traveled together.
No, I mean that'd be a good question. Yeah, she kept saying they, but that's yeah.
It was Brokeback Dragonmount.
Oh man.
Tamal Thor hasn't had a wife for a long
Brokeback
time.
Mountain.
Abel Cawthon is
Brokeback
pretending to like his
Dragonmount?
wife, but he's got horrible
Dragon
kids.
My favorite
quit
position.
you.
I don't know about you guys, but dragon mounting is.
Dude,
Why can't I get you out of my head?
Tam, I can't quit you.
They did that in
can't quit
the
you.
Never-Ending Story sequel that no one's watched. Tam, wait, what did you say, Todd? Tam, I can't what?
I can't
I can't quit you. Oh no!
I can't quit you, Tam. No.
All right, so here's our drink obligation. It says,
That's
quote,
what Abel Khaldun.
Something about a puppet, right?
her smile hid secrets. Just remember that there is another choice. You need not be a puppet for the White Tower or pray for Baalzamon's dark friends. Fuck
All
you, Celine, for your horrible metaphor. You know what? There's some certain benefits to being puppet, and maybe you should open free your mind, and the rest will follow. Be
Like we talked about
colorblind.
earlier,
Don't be
Dan,
so
it's the
shallow.
easy button.
All right, real quickly, Dan. Real quickly. If you don't have the way of the leaf shot glass or frosty mug, I hope you look yourself in the mirror tomorrow morning and question the nature of your existence.
Yeah, guys, it'll make your life better.
Come and
All right.
follow.
Well, come on, improve my life, guys.
One thing I wanted to mention is there's a little list of Matt's like cherished
Wait, Brother
little
Dan,
things.
hold on, Brother Dan. I feel like we have like a lot of mouse.
What happened to you? You're just behind the
Okay.
small vagina in the upper right corner of the screen.
Okay, come back.
Kay,
to us.
we lost you, Kay. All right, well,
This is a tiny vagina, right?
No, hey, we'll move her away from that. That's rude. I'll be the vagina. I don't care.
That's
All
a
right.
tiny vagina.
Do you need
I don't know
help?
what the fuck has happened here, but I'm not
There you are.
about to give up on this shit.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like
So
You go.
look all you want, be all you want, say all you want, but I'm here to stay.
It's like James Brown when when he's getting tired and he's like drops in the front of the stage and his people come out and they put the American flag on him and they walk him back and all of a sudden he's like, "No, I'm still gonna sex machine you." Sex machine.
Right? Anyway,
Yes. So
I'm not
I just compared you to
that,
James Brown.
But thank you. I am honored by the James Brown comparison.
Okay.
This is my favorite song.
This is my favorite of all yours, Ben. Yeah, Kay, Josh, and Todd are the best. Respects to the puppets.
Oh,
Ben knows
Word.
what he's talking about.
inclusiveness.
No, he's been slowly going through a lot of us trying to cause derision. But
Ben
I'm like,
Butler's
but I'm
trying
a
to
horror.
stir
I'm
shit
a.
up.
Oh, hey.
All right, so Matt is like a 20-year-old kid, right? And I say kid because he goes, once Celine leaves, he goes to his stuff. He goes to find like how much coin he has. But it says, quote, he brushed aside a red hawk's feather, a smooth striped rock he had liked the colors of, his razor, and his bone-handled pocket knife, and freed his wash-leather purse. He only had 2 silver marks and some copper, but he had a rock with him that he liked the colors of, and a feather.
That was sweet.
How adorable!
Dan, I gotta interrupt you. Dijit
Okay.
Singh Narwhal. Dijit Singh Narwhal.
Dijit!
Welcome.
Yes!
Please. I love your meditating frog. Please join the show. We cannot answer that question because it's a spoiler, but yeah, don't worry about it. I'm sure this is the most welcoming chat you'll ever experience in your life, DSN, so hang out. Like
Yeah,
us-
get any question that's not a spoiler, we will pop right back up.
yeah.
Ooh, I'm so intrigued now.
Any personal questions also for the puppets, for our guests?
But it's
I will always try to answer all personal
Yeah.
questions.
What's that, Josh?
remember that the Manatharan are the red house of the Red Eagle,
Yes.
Mm.
and he has a red hawk's feather. I mean,
Ooh, nice. And a
the
red
best he could do. Like, we don't have to assume that he's a cool guy, you know, or like even immature. Like, why not let it be some expression of the subconscious thing?
Maybe that's why he liked the ruby, the red ruby on the dagger.
Uh
Oh.
huh.
Shit.
Hey,
Thanks for
Josh, real quick. Dijit is in India currently.
Nice.
Do you wanna pander to him so we get his subscription? Talk to him about your
Oh, my
India
goodness.
roots.
Wait, what?
Come on, pander, Josh.
You have Indian roots?
Yes!
Tell him out
I
about
don't
your
pander.
you chefed in India for years.
Come on, Josh.
You lived in India for South.
Yeah,
whatever.
let's go viral
Josh,
in India.
Hey, we have the most interesting man in the world right here. No one understands this. He's just sitting there talking about numerology and Jung, but you don't understand. This guy's a world traveler.
Which is
he studied
a book.
Southeast Asian cuisine in Southeast Asia. He was a sous chef for many years. This man
True.
has lived a life you only dream of. He's dipped his dick in
True.
so many puddings. I'll stop
Probably
there.
true.
Wait.
I don't know.
Wait.
Yeah.
That's a myth about cooks, Ryan. Nobody dips their.
I was
Oh,
just
sorry.
about to put you-
They make curries. I don't want to be racial.
All
right.
I was
Is there a
just
mango
about to zag at
situation?
you, baby.
You guys are blessed to know this man. And Martin Sheen.
Sheen.
And Martin Sheen's travel on.
All right, guys, remember, we are the most welcoming community you're going to find. We will make fun of everybody in the most respectful, loving way. If you find yourself being made fun of by puppets, you just feel better. I swear to God, you
Yeah.
wake up with like a jaunty step.
Your mothers are all goats collectively.
All right, we will before the end of the show.
We're
show-
Edmondsfield sheep, actually, Dan.
yeah, wolves. Wait, but all the wolves and bears took care of us. We're dead.
We're dead.
The
Goodbye.
Hey, well, at least we can survive in the dream world.
All right, so let's
What is
let's
that,
move on.
huh?
So Matt's sizing up his options. He's like,
Like,
"Fuck, I only got a couple silvers. All right,
Like
maybe
copper.
I can win some more.
Right.
I got some coppers. And then in comes
And Celine
the
starts
queen
sizing
bee
him up.
herself, the Emerald. Her and her fish metaphors come in.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Cold as ice.
She's like, "Is that a pike on your robe, or just?"
Just happy to see that.
I knew you right.
All
That
right,
you
guys.
felt like a startled fisher-bird.
Hey, such easy fishing is what you're gonna get with the way the leaf. Subscribe. Go. All right.
As we've been told recently.
Dude, fucking easy.
Wink, winky, winky, winky. You know who you are, baby.
Come on in.
It's
Right?
not like having a fish spine stuck in your thumb. Okay, said I.
All right. Thank you, Josh. All right. Screenshot.
Screenshot.
Kay, get in there.
Wait, where is it? Inside the fucking.
You know, I've never seen
This
any
is-
of these screenshots
This is
ever.
the most.
Apparently,
what the
they're being
hell?
taken, but I've never seen
I know.
any of them.
I've never seen one,
All right, let's
dude.
try this one. Is this better? All right. 1, 2, 3. All right. F you guys. I love you. Thank
Fuck
you.
you too.
Move
I
on.
know.
Move right along.
So, Emerald comes in. She's like, "How you doing?" He's like, "Oh shit, I'm right as rain." Tries to stand up. He's like, "Blow, blow." He's like, "Nah, I should just be leaving any time now." And she's like, "Don't be a fool, you fuck, you stupid fuck,
Hey,
you
one question.
stupid fuck you." Yes, Josh.
You child, you childish little
what?
fuck you.
You fuck.
All right,
That's how I
Dan.
feel about this book sometimes when I have to stop every 4 fucking chapters.
Oh my god. Oh, sure.
Yes,
No.
agreed.
Oh
Agreed.
no. Oh no. Oh no. Are we having a rebellion?
Look out,
We
boys.
come in here, we're gonna read 22. We're gonna be like,
And also,
All right,
I
guys.
will-
What just
All right,
happened?
guys. Case and I and Josh need your love. Remind them how much you appreciate how they stop every 4 chapters.
Yeah.
3 or 4.
Yeah, we've heard from Josh how
You're
difficult.
suffering.
Yes, it is part of it. He's all like, I don't care about spoilers, but I guess I'll play your little game, boys.
Also,
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, Josh, you've been
Play the game.
active.
I know.
Super
playing
active
this
this
game.
week. Josh is in the middle of the 2 puppets for a fucking reason this week.
Yeah.
Folks.
Josh has been
You're
bringing in our
okay.
chat.
The breath
Hey,
is
hey,
terrible.
everyone,
Jacked it up
Patreons.
to the next level of like controversy within our little
It just means
chat
I get
messages.
blocked out by all the important stuff that happens on the screen.
I think we should offer to our Patreon members the text stream that we have, where Josh just like, riles everyone up and we all hate on him nonstop.
Where I end up saying, what is happening here?
I got punctuated on tonight.
Wait, he's been texting? What?
What are you talking about?
Yeah, you didn't respond at all, Todd. You stayed out.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't get
I'm in
service.
the instigator this week. for
Yeah.
sure.
No, I love it. I love it. I love it. I'm giving you shit, Josh.
No, it's
honestly,
amazing. We
but
love
I
it too.
fucking love it. I was like, look at Josh, go! I love it. I fucking love. This is amazing. You're amazing.
Fucking love it.
So, the Emerald treats.
Well, hang on. Are
Go.
Matt's dice loaded?
No,
What do you think?
just kidding. I don't know. What do you think? Is he
Are they
packing
fixed?
What
loaded?
do you? Wait, are you really? You're not going to
Yeah,
answer
do
your
you
own
think
question.
that Matt is the kind
Do
of
you
person
think
that-
that next? What?
Yeah, he does. Yeah, that's what he was looking at. He's like, all right, cool. I got my dice at least. That's Josh. That's a very good question. He's like, I got
Is
my
Matt
dice.
the type of person who would run loaded dice?
Good
So
question.
wait,
yeah.
what's the term loaded dice?
Where you're
Loaded
like
dice are like dice that have a probability they'll fall in a certain way.
So
certain
they're
manner.
fixed. Okay.
they're
like
like
weighted.
weighted and way out.
Yeah,
Okay, yeah, I think I fell short on that a little bit too in this.
Brent Weber says Matt's always
Honest.
loaded. That's really funny.
Matt's always loaded. No, that's true.
It does
Yeah.
say
Ben
he,
Butler
how
says,
embarrassed he
wait.
is.
This is amazing. Josh has a low opinion of people.
That's generalization, man.
Well, that's true.
Not
Who
untrue,
said
but
that?
entirely a generalization.
Who said or Josh has a low opinion? That's
Oh,
general. I don't know.
no,
Joshua.
but Bendler
you
says
tell me
that Josh has a low opinion of people.
Well, hold on. No, Josh is justified in this. So let's read this description.
No, that's a good question.
Hold on. Let's read this description with
That is a good question.
loaded dice in mind. Okay.
Right. And loaded dice is a euphemism.
He says he felt a surge of relief way in the back behind the tinderbox and ball of twine for snares and the like were his 2 leather dice cups. They rattled as he pulled them out, but he was still popped off the tight-fitting round caps. Everything was as it should be. 5 dice carved with symbols, go blah, blah, blah. The spotted dice would do with the number of games, but more men seem to play crowns than anything else. Here's the thing. With these, his 2 marks would become enough to take him far away from Tarvalon.
The marks. So
If
he's
they
like
were
marking.
real, well, not just, marks is money in this case, but it's a double entendre for sure.
Right,
And-
his 2 silver marks, yeah.
For sure. Oh, for sure, Joshua. We're
But
for
also,
sure
if
about
you were truly playing a game of random chance, you can't be better at it than anyone else.
That's what I'm thinking. Right,
How
unless
would-
he's
how
just a
would you
cocky
know your
bastard.
drinks would take you far,
Some people are just cocky bastards.
Lucky bastards?
As
No,
dick.
I agree. I mean, it's true.
Or
So
cocky
that's a
bastards.
valid
Oh, cocky bastards too.
cocky bastard, yeah. So that's a
Jesus and Ryan.
I will sleep better tonight because you told me that, Benjamin.
I should hope so.
Interesting.
Dan, I love it when you do that.
Thanks. I got I've branched out a little bit, Ryan.
You
Soundboard.
got like your production tonight.
Yeah, he was. He was rocking the soundboard earlier, just like.
Oh
Oh.
no!
Oh no, that one.
Oh no, that one.
Oh, wait,
Sorry.
somebody said I love that one. Todd, did you say, oh, no, that one? Or did you say, I love that one?
He said, "Oh
I said,
no."
Oh no.
The
that one.
Amarilyn describes
Fuck.
removing his connection to the dagger, kind of like an oncologist describing a cancer surgery, a tumor. She says, quote, "My son, you carried that dagger for months. I believe we dug every trace of it out of you, but if we missed even the smallest speck, it could still be fatal. And who knows what effect you had with the possession so long may have."
Sounds like we're all fucked if there's a speck, right? Oh my
but
gosh.
yeah, just also digging it out is just, it's a gnarly metaphor. Anyways,
Yeah.
so they do talk about Tam and Abel.
Right.
Abel or Abel? What do you call it?
A bell?
Right, the
Yeah,
visit.
Abel.
Did we have pronounces for this, Ryan?
Who won?
Yeah, I think that was the only one. Yeah, it was dumb.
Going
Yeah,
on?
fuck, let's just go on. Come on.
Okay.
Wow.
Okay. Okay.
Mother.
Let's
We get the gender role,
Just speaking of which,
the split.
Chewing.
yeah. Here, right down the
Gender
middle.
role with men
The
always
gender
seem to
folds.
refuse. They admit they're sick until they're sick enough to make twice as much work for women. And then Matt retorts in his mind, when you got sick, you became invisible to women unless they were actually talking to you.
Ooh, yeah.
Well,
But that's like kid shit, though. I think they're just trying to make it like a
Well, it's
kid.
also his insecurity with women, where he, in the beginning of the chapter, he says, oh, Perrin and Rand, ladies always
yeah,
think
he wishes-
they're hot. He doesn't have
Oh,
to
that's right. That was another drinking up. Fuck yeah. He said,
Yeah,
"I
he
wish
wished-
I." Yeah. All right,
Yeah,
guys.
he wishes they were there.
All right, here, one more time. Sinan. I like to think her name is Sinan, which is like, hey, what are you doing tonight? You want to go Sinan?
I just think, I just want more from Sinan. I want to know more. Like, what else does she want? What else does she want from us?
Because we're game.
Does she want a hand check?
We're game. What do you want, baby? All right. Anyways, what? I ain't scared. Are we playing chicken? Are we playing deviancy chicken?
We could.
Yeah.
Because I don't blink.
I already won.
I don't blink.
Yeah. Google me.
You don't.
Google me.
It's weird.
You don't believe me? Google it.
Yeah,
I always lose.
Oh.
I know. My fiance doesn't blink either. I can't figure it out.
Yeah, I win every staring competition.
So, Swan's like, what do you remember about the horn? He's all, horn? Huh? What? Horn?
Yeah.
What?
Like, I had a kazoo when I was a kid, but I don't know what you mean by a
Gosh,
horn.
mother, I don't know anything about horn. And she's like, you fuck with me, boy, and I will destroy you.
Tell me.
I'm for this shit. He's like, oh, yeah, I remember. Yeah, I blew the horn.
Yeah, I blew the shit out of
like
it.
a sandcastle.
I swallowed that. I swallowed too. Let's go.
I love that she's like, she's got like.
What? Telling me now, boy. Just felt like that kind of
Exactly like
moment.
Oh, that's
You know,
a great song.
Picture switch.
We should remember that he is naked and wrapped in a blanket
I'm
during
not
this
sure what
entire.
happened.
No, God, please.
When those women, both when Celine and the Emerald and Leanne come in, he is naked, just wrapped in a blanket. What the fuck? Did I finish a fucking
Yeah, he's naked, wrapped in a
Apparently
blanket.
not. Dan.
Yeah.
Like we said before,
Benjamin.
man, all priests are naked under their vestments. Come on, you know that.
She's dead, wrapped in plastic. Let's go.
And
Dan.
you know what he's doing while he's like naked?
Oh no!
He's like eating he's like stuffing his mouth with he's like eating
Beef.
meats and cheeses and like crumbling down on the fucking.
licking juices off his fingers.
He's like
Yeah,
the cookie.
dude.
He's like the Cookie Monster.
Yeah, I'm just imagining the scene. He's like,
I'm not one beef. No.
So is he like sneaking it really subtly underneath the robe into his mouth, or is he just like?
He was like,
Fuck no. No, he's just like a chipmunk.
She's like, "Are you eating?" No, I'm not. No, I'm
Storing
not.
it for the.
No, I'm not.
I'm not hungry.
I'm not hungry.
Because you're right.
Just let me dab this meat in mustard.
He was surprised all the food was gone. You're right, dude. That's so funny.
It's so
That's
weird.
fucking hilarious. Who brought that?
Todd. Totems.
Todd.
I think that Tadori is helping.
Yeah, man.
Dory.
Todd, you beautiful specimen.
Thank you.
Yeah.
All right, so let's move on.
Someone in the chat mentioned Rand and Nat getting it on. That Egwin's mission was to stop Rand from marrying Nat.
Joshua.
Oh,
Are you
she's
supposed to be reading the chat?
Team
I
Cockblock.
can't find the comment now, but it was a
This
good
is a hot,
comment.
dude. This is a hot take, dude.
Yeah, no, we're open to
He
everything.
is stuffing his face with
Fuck.
meat while he's nude.
Stuffing meat in his mouth. And he's thinking about Rand and Perrin.
Yeah,
No.
I'm not their friends anymore.
All right, guys, shut up, Dango.
I don't understand what the fuck is wrong with Eddie. Look, I look like I'm coming out of a serpent.
I'm gonna blow the horn, guys.
Oh shit. We
That
get
was a
weird.
good catch.
Wait, Wait, just make it in your head,
Yeah,
dude.
Fucking
Dude,
what?
just focus, motherfuckers.
I don't even know.
Focus.
Yeah, I'm trying to do this.
Fucking
Hey, Dan, find that.
All right, so
Okay, let's bring it in.
so we learned that Matt is connected to the horn. He is told, as long as he lives, the horn is just a horn to anyone else. But when he blows it, he gets all his bros with him.
All the
Well,
bros.
Dead
So
heroes
you-
will come back to the grave and put it to you.
That's romantic.
Oh shit!
This is a big line of 100 dead heroes waiting to put it to you.
Archer Hawkwing's first in line. Nope.
Yeah.
Oh shit!
You know why they call it a lie? All right, so
Okay.
so he does realize that the Amaryllis did have the option of just letting his ass die, and once he dies, that connection breaks, and she would have a horn that she could just let anyone blow. She could have chosen, but she chose to let Matt live.
And she goes like this.
Totally.
I mean, so you owe me, right?
She's like, "What do you think
Wow.
now, Matt? No. How do you like me now, Matt?"
Uncle Juan.
I like how Matt's like, quote, "You want me to blow the horn? Then I'll blow the horn. I never said I would not, did I?" She's
Yeah.
like, God. So, and then she says he reminds her of her Uncle Juan, I guess.
Juan.
Oh yeah.
Juan. It says, quote, "No one could ever pin him down. He liked to gamble too, and he'd much rather have fun than work. He died pulling children out of a burning house. He wouldn't stop going back as long as there was one left inside. Are you like him, Matt? Will you be there when the flames are high?" And Matt's like, "I'm no hero."
Most of what we call heroes only did what they had to do.
Mm-hmm.
I do what I have to do. Yeah.
It's not.
You fucking nerds.
All right, Kadrone. She's not an ace that I remember. Kadrone, it's nice to meet you.
Ooh, that is a very good point.
Padrone.
Yes. All right.
Key drone.
Beautiful name.
Yeah, beautiful name. Good job.
So
That's all.
So we have Matt realizing that he very well was on the brink of death. It could have been a power move to allow him to die, and yet the White Tower, the Amaryllis, as the representative and control of the White Tower, allowed him to live. He's like, "Shit, you want me to blow the horn? I'll blow the horn. You want me to dance fucking jig? I'll dance a fucking jig. You want me to swim a breaststroke? What do you want me to do? I'll do it. I don't care." But he's like, "Shit, I gotta get out of here."
Backstroke, baby.
Backstroke, baby. Thank you, Joshua.
He hears that he may have like up to a year to heal. He's like, "What?" It's like, I don't know. But
Yeah. Long
but
time. Can you imagine a year to heal from anything going on right now? Like in this climate, you know? I mean, shit.
well,
Or
it's just so long.
on this turn of the wheel.
And you're eating like 5 meals a day, just gobbling beef with mustard and butter peas. Oh no,
Right?
no, all day, every day for a year. Oh man, that sounds glorious. Sign me up. Just as long as I have ESPN, I guess. Let's do it.
ESPN, OnlyFans, fuck it.
But he's like, I gotta find a way out. But the Amaryllis said, "Ha ha ha! I made arrangements There, every gate, they're like, yeah, you can leave the White Tower, you can go to Tarvalon, but every access point, all like the border crossings and all the dock masters, they know who you are, and they're not going to let you leave until I say you can leave. And he's like, oh fuck, okay, cool, all right, yeah, that's me. I'm just going to stay here. And he's like, I'm gonna fucking leave. He's like, yeah, okay, cool.
Is Matt a reliable narrator, Kay and Todd?
I don't know.
I think
Matt
so.
is flighty as fuck to me, or has been at least. I mean, I don't know why it's changed since he's just coming to at this point. So for me, it hasn't changed. I guess I'll be clear about that.
I think he is.
Yeah. Todd thinks differently.
I think he is, because he's talking about, he's like a gambler, but he looks at things from all angles, like his father, the horse trader, and he's sizing everything up, and he's thinking about, like, right at the end, he's like, the Amarillan wanted something, Celine wanted something, and he's like sizing it up. He's like, how can I profit from this?
Well,
And, like,
Tadra.
I think there is like no, I think for someone that kind of sizes that up, there is like some reality to his thinking.
But he has his own best interests in mind. I think that's undeniable.
So when you mean by reliable narrator,
So
what do you mean by that?
On page 209 of the narrative, he says to
I
the
the narrative? Wait, what?
So on the page Dan is just on, where the Amerlin seat and him are talking, and she asks him, will you blow the horn? He says, oh, you want me to blow the horn? Oh, then I'll blow the horn. I never said I would not, did I? And then three paragraphs down, he says, where she says, you must not speak to anyone but me of the horn, my son, or you're linked to it. And he says, for now, it's all you're going to bloody get, now or ever. Right? So there's this diametrical kind of push and pull again in his character that we see in other characters between, like, on the surface out loud he's agreeable, but like,
I'm sorry, wait, hold the fuck on. Hold the fuck up. These characters are fucking diametrical.
like he's doing things that are opposed to one another, contradictory, paradoxical.
Oh, thank you for mansplaining.
His internal and external, like, truth are different.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a lot. There's so many things that are going on. I agree with you. There's a lot. Yeah, I think we're on the same page, actually, about all of this. I'm just giving you a hard time right now. But, I think we're on the same page about, like, I was trying to join in the conversation, like, so, I think we're very much on the same page about this being very different for each character, and them also having many different, we don't know, but there might be different personalities happening within each situation, or there might be different time, different universe situations.
He was just
Josh.
talking in tongues. And now we're calling him a reliable narrator.
Love your hat, Ryan, by the way, I gotta say. What the fuck is that?
I killed a crow.
I was like, is there a little feather?
Todd, is there anything else that you wanted to mention about Matt before we kind of moved on to the final chapter?
No, let's carry on.
Oh, the final chapter is amazing.
Josh, okay, did we hit all the spots, or is there anything else we want to bring up?
No, I think actually this might be good time to move on, Dan. Brother Dan.
Indeed.
I just want to note the book ending of the chapter with the horse trader metaphor again, where the second to last sentence is all he had to do was think about it from every angle.
Yes.
And then in the classic Robert Jordan fashion, we get the sensation of time happening in a sentence. The pie grew cold on the table.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah.
That, like time dilation going on as he like contemplates every angle. I thought that just very poetic and like cinematic expression again.
Good job, dude. That's amazing.
Well done. Yeah, especially because he was starving. His stomach was grumbling as he was talking to the Amaryllis. She's like, "Yeah, bring us some pie." And yeah, you didn't even touch it.
But wasn't the pie just an excuse to get the other Aes Sedai out of the room?
Yes.
I mean, it seemed to
think
me
so,
that
yeah.
whole thing was a setup to like preload the idea of the other Aes Sedai leaving, so she could like have her secret conversation. You know?
Yeah, and she even says, "Hey, watch what you say around Leanne."
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Which again goes back to what we talked about last week. If she doesn't trust Leanne, even though she's someone she should trust, she's not within the circle of trust.
Correct.
Well, I mean, she said the only people she can trust is Nynaeve and Egwene.
All of this reminds me of that.
Well, she trusts Varen and Moiraine, she believes.
Okay.
Wait,
Sorry.
Kay, say what were you saying,
What?
Kay?
All of this reminds me of the attack that we had in the last chapters, where we don't know what happened, and so anyway, all right, well,
Yeah, I hear you.
I think brother Dan's dying because we
I
need to
think-
move on
No.
to the next, and we're talking.
No, in fact, I was just reading. It says that Swan picked Leanne because of her attachment
I mean, we're just speaking beyond this chapter. Can we like move on, please, brother Dan?
I was trying to do a joke. No, it's fine.
I would love to. Yeah, you're amazing.
Okay.
World of Dreams awaits us.
World of Dreams. Have we seen this icon yet? I do not believe
I
so.
don't think
No.
so.
Is it this one?
Whoa,
No.
fuck if I know.
Oh, fuck.
That one.
Is Dan? You mentioned this when we were in our
Fuck if I know
pregame
again.
show. Has someone done a visual analysis of the chapter icons across the novels to see if there is?
Josh, content.
Oh yeah, Dan's.
Yeah, I would have to say
Raiders.
read and find out.
Like what the
yeah.
fuck?
Raphael.
Brother Dan.
Yeah, there probably is something out there that may or may not talk about that, but I would say that the chapter icons,
They're significant.
I would say that they are a conscious choice by the author.
Very significant.
Tattoo of them. Who loves Eye of the World? Or, and also, who thinks that this book is the best of the 14? Who thinks that the Red Dragon is the best of the 14? I want to know.
The red dragon.
I want to know who thinks this is the best. Because Matt's a fucking idiot. I got to read one more chapter about how dumb he is.
Don't.
Total douche.
I'm not yet.
I'm in.
Pronounce this.
This is mad stuff.
Right?
All right,
Pronounce this.
Hey, we gotta get a whole. Let's let Dan get through the next chapter. Let's go. Come on, Dan.
All right,
Do it.
Dan.
We got this.
Well, unfortunately, we're not talking about Matt with this chapter. It jumps to Egwene. Egwene is going to visit with Varen. She has been summoned there. She goes to Varen's Hogwarts office.
Totally. I mean, it was very much like, okay,
Hogwarty.
what year did J.K. Rowling publish the first Harry Potter? Oh, you know, this.
Well, after this.
It does not line up.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
yeah. Well, okay, so
There's a living owl in her office.
I know. I just think it's.
and then there's a skull the size of her arm with teeth the size of her fingers. What do we make of this? A skull the size of a fully grown female arm. What do we-
T-Rex.
So you're
Dinosaur bug.
all right. You're going
Head.
dinosaur
That's what I
bones.
saw. Yeah,
All right.
I think size of my arm.
That's a big ass fucking mouth. Yeah,
That's
that's
a
crazy
big mouth. Crazy crooked teeth.
Okay, you're going with dinosaurs.
And then an owl. Is it an owl?
I think Josh is looking up the
Is it
average
a full,
size
is
of
it
a
a
dinosaur
full-sized
skull.
owl?
Josh
It's
is
a
going to tell us
giraffe.
exactly which dinosaur it is.
What
All
dinosaur
right.
skull? The Trolloc skull?
No.
Oh, I'm
and-
saying
and-
a T-Rex. I said T-Rex.
Yeah,
I
and-
did not, but you
yeah.
know what? It could be. Honestly,
No, it says
I don't,
that.
I don't want to commit to that T-Rex thing.
I like
just
that.
wanna commit
Go
to
with it. You're go with
Dinosaur
it.
vote.
Oh,
I
you
like the
mean the
T-Rex
lizard
thing because
skull.
it sounds good with the teeth going the opposite ways, which was weird to me because it sounds like a carnivore
Yes. Yeah.
I mean,
needs to happen there. But with teeth going the opposite direction means to me in a Jurassic Age carnivore, right? So I don't fucking know. I'm just trying to. I don't know the arm. Fucking Christ, that's a big ass skull.
Yeah. So
It is a big skull.
So Chris is saying it's an actual dinosaur that we know of as a dinosaur. It's that. She's got
it's
one of those
described
skulls.
here, Ryan. It says it's a bleached white lizard skull, but could not be, for the skull was longer than her arm and had crooked teeth as big as her fingers.
That's cool. That's amazing.
Oh, didn't go
How do
different
we know
ways.
it's not like an
Wow, I made that up in my head.
That sounds like an alligator to me.
alligator, ancient snake? I mean,
Oh,
Alligator,
Yeah.
possibly, yeah.
alligator.
But I mean, like,
I mean, shit.
it's something that
Ripped
Egwin
shit
has
out.
never
Alligator
seen
seems
before.
longer than a.
Yeah.
Do you
Well,
think an
this is-
alligator? I know I have long arms, so I'm not a good representation.
yeah,
of
yeah.
this. I have really long arms.
I hear you.
Anywho,
Moving right along. So,
anybody?
All right,
Alligator.
so
So what do we make of the dirtiness of the brown Aja's ward and their inattention to the physical world? Like, is it because they're just nosing their books all the time? Like
They're too busy, yeah.
they always are
what do we
described as.
make of her obsession with the fucking piece of literature that is only a few lines long, but she's been studying for 40 years, and
Yeah.
we learn that it distracts her mid-thought. Like, her obsession with it distracts her mid-thought at the end of the chapter while she's thinking about Egwin.
I mean, well, that's a strong assumption. I don't think that's directly linked within the text, but nice assumption.
I mean, it says it right here. Like, she's thinking about Coronin in the other manuscript. And then, frowning, she begins to search the stacks of books and paper for the leather folder. Egwin was already out of her mind.
No, I mean, she's distracted. I'm just okay. You're right. She is.
But
distracted.
why is she looking for the same leather folder that she stashed these 40-word passage in that she's been studying for 40 years? Like,
I thought she had
Why-
it in her hand. I thought she was holding a piece. of
no,
paper.
she stuck it randomly under a pile
Yeah,
of
she-
paper.
at that point,
Oh, okay.
that's after she talks to her, though. Or
Yeah, it's after she talks to her, but why does she need to reread a 40-word scrap of an ancient manuscript that she's been studying for 40 years?
Well, let's hear it. It says, "Heart of the
let's
dark,
read it.
Balsamon, name hidden within name, shrouded by name, secrets buried within secret, cloaked by secret. Betrayer of hope, Ismail, betrays all hope. Truth burns and sears, hope fails before truth. A lie is our shield. What can stand against the heart of the dark? Who can face the betrayer of hope? Soul of shadow, soul of the shadow, he is." It ends there.
And that's what kills Varen. It ends right there. That's
Right.
why she's been studying for 40 years. She's like, what the fuck? He is what? I don't know. That's why.
Okay, wait.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Sorry, Todd.
Yeah.
No, I interrupted you.
Oh, no. I thought you were going to ask a question.
Yeah.
No, she's
but
baffled. she's baffled. She doesn't know what. Farron doesn't know what it is. That's why she's been studying it for 40 years. It's sad, kind of.
We learned that she like memorized. She clearly has a memory for things. Like, do we not think that she could have memorized this thing?
Yeah,
Like,
she pretty much did. And then she went and looked at it again. Right.
Yeah, she like obsessively, like, out of Eggman's gone, like immediately returns to this thing. Like, what does that mean? Do you think, guys?
I like what Eggman says.
I mean, what did Eggman say right before she went back to the passage? Yeah, Tom, what did Eggman say?
Well, after Varen reads the passage, Eggman's like, I do not like it. Or like, she asks, she's like, what do you make of it? And Eggman's like, I do not like it. like it. I like that.
Yeah, and yep. And then she's like, I trust you, Varen, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then what does Varen do when she says, I trust you, Varen? What happens? Like, what's the sequence?
She goes, the Aes Sedai blinked at her again, then dismissed whatever thought had come to her with a shake of her head.
Okay. Interesting.
So Varen gives them a list of all the Black Aja that split town. The 13, including Leandrin, and all of a listing of everything they took that they know about. It says names, ages, Ajas, where they were born, everything I can find of the records, even how they performed in their studies. What we know of the ter'angreal they took too, which isn't much, only descriptions for the most part.
We're being told there's a Bella reference.
Oh,
I don't know what's going on. Either they're just conning us and making us drink.
Thank you, Hermit Convention, by the way.
Thank you, Village Mattress.
Yeah, really. There's a little bit of metaphysical talk. They talk about the parallel worlds, but there being just one creator, and the Dark One is trapped in every single parallel world.
But if he escapes in one, he escapes in all.
If he escapes in one, he escapes in all.
That really vindicated me. I was like, okay, yeah, this is...
Yeah. Let's talk about that, Joshua.
Oh, totally.
Wait, what's that?
Vindicated?
Say it again? Okay.
Yeah, I felt vindicated by this whole passage about the interconnectedness of the parallel worlds and like whether or not they are repetitions or different iterations of the forever different. Like they're one and multiple simultaneously, right? They're a multiplicity.
Right.
Yeah, this paragraph does actually justify a bit of what you were saying. So it says, very good, but the pattern may be even more complex than that, child. The wheel weaves our lives to make the pattern of an age, but the ages themselves are woven into the age lace, the great pattern. Who can know if this is even the 10th part of the weaving, though? Some in the Some in the Age of Legends apparently believe that there were still other worlds, even harder to reach than the worlds of the Portal Stones, if that can be believed, lying like this. And she drew more lines like cross-hatching in the first set. The warp and the woof of the weave. Perhaps the Wheel of Time weaves a still greater pattern from worlds. Well, that's neither here nor there. In all of these worlds, whatever their other variations, a few things are constant. One is that the Dark One is imprisoned in all of them. She goes on to say there is one creator and there is only one Dark One.
But we don't. But we know, right, that at some point in the cycle, the Dark One becomes free. That's the part I'm a little unclear on still, is the Dark
Wait,
One is
that's-
the embodiment of paradox and
Oh.
chaos. Sorry, Kay, what?
That's the part that you're unclear about? The only part about this that you're unclear about?
Yeah.
And if that's the only part
Sure.
you're unclear about, then I would love to study with you.
Well, and actually, Josh, let's.
My mind's blown by more shit than that. So I genuinely like. I
Yeah.
want to understand that,
Yeah, nice.
all of it.
Well,
I think-
let's clarify real fast though. It says, so long as he is kept prisoner in one, he remains imprisoned on all.
Right.
So it's not that once he gets released on one, he's released in all. Just so long he is imprisoned in one, he remains imprisoned in all.
Yeah.
Right, but the implication is that once he's freed, he will be freed on all. He can't be imprisoned on all if he's freed on one. In the same way,
Right, but you can't control all the other ones. You can only control your Dark One.
right?
So just so long as he's imprisoned here.
Well, he's
Yeah.
chaos, so it doesn't matter. I mean, he doesn't have to abide by the rules of the pattern of repetition, right? Like, he's the destroyer of reason and logic, the breaker of balance, and the unmaker of order. So
That's a great line.
Yes,
paradox
Oh, yeah.
is his
love
identity
that one.
Yeah.
within this broader context of the pattern that is in itself a repetition of the warp and woof of the weave. I mean, it's like,
So, Josh, we also know that there is something we've read before that says that as each age comes around, there is more change.
right.
Right. So,
Age, like,
so if we are talking about a system that every time it comes around, like the cycle returns, there's more change involved in it. Like, for some reason, like, that makes me think of chaos theory specifically.
Well, it makes you think of entropy in the
Yeah.
system, right? And like how, I mean, presumably this follows the same laws of like thermodynamics and like information theory that all other worlds follow. I mean,
I
the
don't
worlds
know. We
that
don't
we
know.
know, you know. And furthermore, beyond that, I mean, there's this idea of the Dark One coming into power seems breaking the seals, right? All this stuff. It's going to shatter the wheel, or what? I forget. Break the pattern, whatever.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
you
he
can
wants
look
to
at
end
this
time.
as, how do you know that's a bad thing? How do you know that emergence
Yeah.
is a bad thing?
Yeah.
That, right? The emergent property of the Dark One emerging from the system of order is a negative. Certainly, people like,
Well, we know that Trollocs eat. If I was a human, I would not want that to happen because Trollocs will eat me. That's, I mean, like right, like the Dark One emerges, and then that's a bunch of Trollocs eating fucking humans. Like, I don't know, like what are you getting at? Like,
how do you know? I mean, I don't know that they're humans, sure, but I mean, Charlie's
Actually-
eating,
well, okay, well, if I'm a character in this book,
right?
human or not, humanoid-ish, I'm getting eaten by a Trolloc. I don't want that to happen.
Actually, Josh, he's got a point. I thought about this for a little bit. And
Uh-huh.
like, what if the Dark One isn't like so bad? What if he is like,
yes.
where it's like reversed, where it's like, you know, the creator is actually the Dark One, and the Dark One's actually the creator, and he's like trying to break it, like the wheel. I don't know. I thought about
No,
that.
I mean,
for a second.
if you've ever any Gnostic Gospels or like looked at Gnosticism in ancient Christianity, there's this notion of like the creator deity actually being evil,
Yes.
right?
Uh-huh.
And like the yin and the yang reflection are themselves a byproduct of the self-awareness of this higher order,
Yeah.
and with their emergent properties essentially of like this higher order system.
All we know about the creator is that it is designed to keep itself going.
Right.
That's all we know. And TAVERN is designed to keep the pattern.
To ensure that the patterns.
Yeah. But the creator of the pattern is designed to keep keep the system going. Never let it stop. And it
But
will
presumably,
go to great
Balsamon
lengths.
doesn't think that the world is going to end when he comes into power. Instead, there'll be a new normal, right?
He just wants to create his own wheel.
At one point in the story, Loyal thinks out loud, can the Dark One end time?
Right.
And I want to ask you guys before we move on, can the Dark One end time? What do you think?
Can the Dark One end time?
Yeah.
I don't know. I think he could create a new time, maybe. If this time,
Yeah.
if he breaks this wheel, he thinks he'll create another wheel. I think that's his ambition.
Interesting.
I don't know. It's so.
That's a great answer. I love that, Tadori. Josh, you got an answer?
I'm along the same lines as Todd. I mean, I think that the time itself, the repetition of the pattern is, you can see it as an entrapping of the world energy and the life energy of these people, right? Like,
Yep.
is the breaking of the wheel of time, the ending of time, the emergence of free will in the face of the TAVERN?
Nice. Yep. Good
I mean,
question.
Jordan.
Rapho, but maybe you never find out.
I mean, I don't know that I need to find out, but I mean, this is why I read science fiction and fantasy, is to think about these edges of reality.
You said science.
Science
Don't tell me
fiction.
that, or I'm not going to like the book.
You said science fiction.
Yeah, I don't like fantasy, so if it fails me, I'm going to be disappointed.
It hasn't failed. Feet don't fail me now. All right, brother,
Hey.
brother Dan, how are you doing, brother? He's doing a deep breathing exercise over there.
I'm good.
Camera 1, camera 2, camera 1, camera 2, camera 1.
All right, there's only a couple more
Hey, what
points.
we got to hear KayK's take.
Yeah, Kate, what do you think? Can the Dark One end time?
Yes.
You already
But you said no.
your answer. Yeah. I don't even know who I agree with, because it's I believe a really interesting situation with all
Very
of the
interesting.
time wheel and the way that works. And I know that I speak very slowly with this whole concept, but it's very difficult for me to conceptualize.
Hey, just so you don't know, it's okay, Kate. You just don't know.
There's a lot
Shit.
of information, and yes, I do. I like Todd's idea, and I also like Josh's idea.
Yep.
To both ends.
We'll just see how it plays out then. Wait,
Robert Jordan's got us.
I mean, Loyal didn't even know. Come on, like, how are we assuming we know? Loyal is like, I don't even know.
Josh
Can the Dark
thinks
One end time?
Loyal's right in the book, so.
Well, he
I
wrote him
remember
in
that.
as a dumb character who didn't know anything. I'm kidding.
Well, I mean, isn't that the idea that the characters only know what we know?
Right.
Yeah. Pretty much.
I mean,
And
we
feel
emerge from the darkness with.
really
Wait.
uninformed,
Well, we're like Edmund's Fielders,
misinformed,
first time readers.
ill-informed.
Yes.
We are.
Dan and I are
We
just
are.
loving this because it's so amazing. We can't say shit.
Yeah.
But it's amazing what you guys are talking about. I love that you
Oh,
guys
we
are just
saw your
speculating.
text messages. We'll just
Josh
talk-
talks with so much fucking conviction,
But I-
and he might. We'll see. We'll see.
I'm open to being wrong. I'm not saying.
Wait, hold on. Wait. We're still on 20. Are we on
Yeah.
21?
No, 21. We're good.
Yeah, we're on
almost
21.
there.
We're good.
Yeah.
We're
good.
wrapping it
So
up.
we're heading towards the
getting
end.
there.
We're wrapping it up.
This has been a great episode. I love everybody.
Josh, you're wrong.
I accept that.
I think
I
you're
totally
wrong
accept that.
about everything.
No,
Whoa.
Also, I want to know
When you're pissing off both sides, you know you're doing something right.
Let her finish.
You're
No.
definitely doing I appreciate you letting me finish. I do want to say a little bit of I did want to say something, but I don't know. I just like being like.
All right.
And
Yeah.
I think
So I'm gonna save you from
All right.
yourself. Clay Hoffman has asked, who does Josh, Kay, and Todd think the betrayer of hope is?
Oh, isn't that Ishmael or whatever that guy is? Wait, what is
Okay.
his name?
You think Ishmael is the betrayer of hope? Okay.
I
It's
thought he's
not-
been titled as that.
Have we met Ishmael before?
Oh, I don't think so.
Definitely know that name, huh? But have we met Ishmael?
It's not Ishmael, guys. Ishmael does not have the A in the middle of it.
Ishmael.
Ishmael.
you guys hear
I
me?
mean, hey. You say tomato, I say tomato.
Ishmael, you say Ishmael.
Yeah, okay, so just subtly correct him and move on. Come on.
But he was titled the betrayer of hope, right?
He's betrayer of all A's in the middle of Ishmael. What do you think? What do you think? So, Josh, who do you think is the betrayer of hope?
Ishmael.
Can you hear me?
Yes,
Now
we
we
can
can
hear
hear
you.
Okay, cool.
Okay, who do you think the betrayer of hope is?
No, Todd, go. Josh?
They all went.
I went.
Oh,
They
they
both
did?
said Ishmael.
Okay, what am I answering? The betrayer of hope?
Yes.
Who is the betrayer of hope? Who is the betrayer of hope?
It was. Yep.
The the shamanai guy.
Ishmael. All right. Yep.
Ishmael. She agrees.
Wait, what?
Consensus. Pronounce this. Ishmael.
Sorry,
Exactly.
I came in really weird. At a
Ishmael.
weird time.
I know.
All
you
right, so
gotta stop.
let's get back to the chapter if we can. There's just a couple more things.
Is Rand fucking Ishmael?
Okay.
Good question. All right, everyone. Every time Brother Dan's head go down, he's getting frustrated. Let's move on. Let Dan finish the chapter. Let's go.
Okay, let's go.
Everyone,
I'm
shut the
fine.
fuck
No,
up.
no, go on. No,
Oh no, there's some
That's
good
fine.
stuff right here.
Hey,
we
good night,
did have a
Wednesday.
conversation about time, so I think this is proving my point. That just in general,
let's
so
just go
that's
on,
fine.
Way to litigate on air, Dan. Let's go on.
Hey, we're on the 4th chapter.
Let's move on.
All right, so Varen not only gives Egwin the list of all the Black Aja and the Tongue Grail, she also talks about her dreaming ability and gives her what's called, quote, a ring carved from stone, all flecked and striped of blue and brown and red, and too large to be a finger ring. Apparently, this is something that guided the last dreamer in the tower. Someone, pronounce this. Someone named, what's her name? Corianin, yeah. Corianin Nael.
That's a hard one.
Yeah.
And beforehand, she describes what she calls Teleranriad, which is the unseen world, but also known as the world of dreams.
Ramrod?
Teleranriad. And that is where Varen got a scar, because what happens there, doesn't stay there. You get a scar.
So we learned this is where Perrin was when the man was killed, right? This is probably the place that they ran into Lanfear.
Oh, right.
This is probably the place that is the stone steps.
You think this is the MC Escher world?
The MC Escher world,
I
yeah.
feel like she's in a weird, they're in like a weird dream, right?
It lines
It's
up.
like
Yeah.
that ish kind of world.
This is what connects the spokes of the wheel or whatever, right? Or the turnings of the wheel.
Now, Varen does withhold pages of notes that Corianin had taken regarding her experiences with this Terangrial. It says, once again, she considered burning the manuscript just as she had considered giving it to Egwin, but destroying knowledge. Any knowledge was anathema. Anyway, you pronounce this. Anathema.
Well, this is where we finally see the third circle emerge of the diagram, the Wheel of Time.
Oh, Josh, and all your higher knowing, team challenging bullshit.
It's not bullshit. It's right here in the damn text, Kate.
I know.
The point is that the third constant beside the creator and the dark one. There is a world that lies within each of these others.
Joshua.
Okay, let him talk, girl. What do you say, Josh?
This is actually a good passage right here that Josh is reading. Wait.
It's really amazing. You're amazing, Josh. Read.
Do it, baby.
There is a third constant beside the creator and the dark one. There is a world that lies within each of these others, inside all of them at the same time, or perhaps surrounding them. Writers of the Rage of Legend called it TAVERN, the unseen world, or perhaps the world of dreams is a better translation. Many people, the ordinary folk who could not think of channeling, sometimes glimpse TAVERN in their dreams and even catch glimmers of these other worlds through it. Think of some of the peculiar things you've seen in your dreams. But a dreamer child, a true dreamer, can enter TAVERN.
Oh, wow. Yep.
No, it's a great passage. Oh. Just the idea of inside all of them.
It was a little bit boring.
So Teleranriad is the wolf dream, as Perrin knows it?
It's right. It's the world of dreams that the wolves enter and use to talk to the wolf bros.
Yep.
Right on. Why didn't Varen give why didn't Varen give Egwin the notes? It says page upon page covered with a precise hand, the black ink barely faded after nearly 500 years. Everything she had learned in 50 years of studying that particular Tyranriel.
Damn good question.
Any idea? I mean, what's Varen's deal? Was it? Was she protecting her, Egwin, or was she, throwing her off the pier and saying, "Go swim"?
Well, as we saw in the trailer, it could be that at the very beginning of the trailer.
Be strong.
Nice callback.
Fucking
Nice. Good call.
sorry. Visual.
No, yeah.
It says that Corianin had kept by far the greater part of her knowledge from everyone, trusting it only to these pages. Only chance and a habit of rummaging through old papers in the library had led Varen to them. As far as she could discover, no Aes Sedai besides herself knew of the Terangrial. Corianin had managed to erase its existence from the records.
I think she's testing the pattern. She says,
Varen is?
yeah, it says, but destroying knowledge, any knowledge was anathema to her. As for the other, ellipsis, no, it is best by far to leave things as they are. What will happen will happen. Te sera sera, right? I mean,
Right.
Yeah.
whatever.
That's
will
what
be,
I was
will be.
thinking, actually.
What? Okay, so what?
Te sera sera.
Aes Sedai.
Thank you.
I think Varen is really, she wants Egwin to just go into it with fresh eyes, I think.
Mm-hmm.
She's like, you know what? She's the closest to a dreamer that there's been in, they think, what is it, like thousands of years?
470 years.
Yeah.
473 years.
So that goes right to that point. She's like, okay, you know what? She's going to see something that I'm not seeing with this. I'm not going to give her these notes, and I don't know.
Is she like sitting around as a spy? Is she trying to empower her to be good, or is she trying to use her? Why is she just like? Even Egwin's like, why are you telling me this shit?
right.
Why do you think she's saying this?
Nah, she just wants to stir it up. Like she says,
Varen?
let it be what it is.
Little darling.
Yeah.
Yeah, Varen's stirring it up, dude.
You just had to
got-
say it that way.
She's got
Todd.
Marley. She's got Marley on the. She's got vinyl like playing in the background. It's like Marley.
He like pushes a stack of papers off the record player, and it's the Bob Marley record behind.
Totally.
Totally.
Village Mattress says, just another layer of the Varen onion. Well put.
Fuck yeah. Full village mattresses.
Well, there's no reason to think that only men can be part of. I mean, so far, everyone that we've met who's TAVERN is a man. But that doesn't mean that Egwin and Nynaeve aren't just as much TAVERN.
Wait, how do we know?
We don't. I'm just saying that if this can be read in the same way that Matt finding the dagger and Heron finding the wolf brother can be read, this could be one of the teeth of the wheel of her story and the turning.
Yes,
turning into
Varen.
paths.
And Varen is just kind of like egging it on. She's just kind of like pushing her into it. She's like,
Interesting.
And the dismissiveness that Varen has, just as she's like, oh right, where was that page again that I'm obsessed with? Like as if she is obliging some sort of greater.
Yeah, they said she was already distracted too by the time that, like, before she was already out of the room, right? Is this the same scene?
Yes, yep,
Okay.
you're right.
She was already distracted by the time that she was out of the room, like she already had
It's
moved on.
distractedly like, who is it?
Your point, right?
Yep.
Yeah,
Right,
like
and it ends with the last line is Egwin was all.
more so the paperwork,
Right.
and the piece that she and that whatever the fuck she was looking for, which I didn't totally understand personally. I was like, leather, whatever. What am I gonna
Yeah, that's
say?
interesting.
The other thing was a book, like the Age of Legends was a book. So I was like, all right, this one has pages. It's definitely a book of some kind. But anyway.
All right, yeah. Dan,
Yep.
you're good?
But-
Continue on. I was helping you out.
No. No, I mean, that's it.
Oh yeah, I was just
That's
like,
it. She, it ends with Egwin was already out of her mind. So she moved on in her head with that what will happen will happen. She let the lid drop shut. Now, where did I put that page? And boom.
man, that last
I want to
part
know
right
if
there
there's-
is
I really
Varen's,
want to know right now.
Varen's perspective.
Right. Which we were talking about before the show. You're saying this is not the first time we've seen multiple first-person perspectives in one chapter, but
It's cool, right?
Right.
Walk out the door and Varen thinks these things.
Yeah, this is the first time we got in Varen's mind as well. And it's only half a page, more or less, but it's still, I think it's kind of neat.
So, what do we make of the constellations? The Plowman, the Haywain, the Archer, and the Five Sisters. Are they other characters from the Age of Legend? Are they other?
No, these are like constellations.
Right, but like how in our world the constellations are based on like Greco-Roman mythology and like other mythologies of native cultures, like presumably their constellations are also mythological in origin.
Right.
So what are these myths? How do they relate to the stories that are a part of the catechism of this world that, like we've talked about on a couple other episodes, like the stories that parents tell their children and like.
You know what? I don't know, but I think that you're right. There is something to it, right? So like there's something there.
Especially when they bring up the Five Sisters. I was thinking of the Seven Sisters,
Right.
constellation, and the Archer.
The Archer,
Which is
like
Orion or like, is that Orion?
So are those constellations in our world, Kay?
Yeah,
we-
I don't
I
know
was
if
thinking.
they're constellations or are they kind of like memories or visions or something else that I cannot conceive of ish of like I don't know, fucking something that resembles like I've seen like Queen Lizbeth reference. It feels like Queen Elizabeth might be there. Might be like a weird like translation. You know, that phone game, like that telephone game, right? And anything that's translated through history gets misconceived through time
No, yeah, awesome. Yeah.
Just trying to understand the Rosetta Stone.
and everything. And so, if this is Earth, then and if it's maybe a science fiction story, then maybe there's conceivably things that have happened that have changed everything, and everything changes over time, and everything keeps affecting everything, right? And we don't know when we are, and I don't actually care at this point after reading these chapters when I'm going to keep going with that. Anyways,
So
whatever.
So
I retract that last bit, but
are they constellations that we can look up in the sky?
I don't know if they're
and find?
constellations.
Oh, good
In the
point.
real sky, like, can we map them to our real sky? Like, I noticed tonight the Saturn and Jupiter.
No,
are, like,
I don't think we would.
Hey,
Their map does not give us permission to. I don't think.
right.
a hay wain is an open cart that that people just throw hay in. We know
big
what
difference.
an archer is. It's someone who does bow and arrow stuff.
The plowman's
And-
easy enough to imagine. Yeah.
We know lots of things about, and they reference it this world. And
But
We
but
have something
they're very
called the
similar,
Three
though.
Sisters in our. We have a constellation that's referred to as the Three Sisters,
Yeah.
or at
Oh,
least
it's
a
the
landmark.
Three sisters.
This is the
I
Five
was thinking,
Sisters.
I was thinking like Seven Sisters. What the hell? Shit. Yeah, you're
Seven.
right.
Ben Butler says Seven Sisters is Pallades.
Oh yeah.
Oh, is it seven? Isn't there Three Sisters?
I think there is. There's a triad of like a triangle of stars. I think that are.
Okay. So yeah,
they're
we do have
similar.
Do you guys have any thoughts about the owl? The owl comes up. The owl lands
Oh,
on
my
a
God.
Trolloc skull. The owl.
She says that she turns like an owl too. Like Varen's very much like
Yeah. Blinks like the owl.
blinks like the owl. Yeah.
And it's right after Varen says, "Paradox, child, the whole destroyer of reason and logic, the breaker of balance, blah blah blah." And then the owl suddenly took flight on silent wings and landed on the Trolloc skull.
I want to
was-
fucking backhand Josh with his knowledge and shit. You know, like the shitty. Oh yeah, because I remember that it was referenced when she turned like an owl. It's amazing what you know.
Yeah.
I honestly, brain.
I was expecting like the owl to swoop on a mouse as
That
like a
would've been great.
metaphor for Varen like
Uh,
attacking, you know, like swooping on Egwin with this like dangerous fucking
Yeah,
Sangreal.
the predator thing.
Yeah.
I feel it's like a predator thing in general. To me, now that we're talking about it, like okay, so if you're talking about like owls swooping, and I'm talking about like the skull that the owl is sitting upon
Yes.
Plays on the
yes,
Trolloc
yes.
skull, right?
from the Jurassic, or like whatever the fuck, you know, it might be like a dinosaur. I don't know.
Yeah, it went from the dinosaur to the Trolloc skull.
We're
Yeah.
talking about also alligators, which also are known to be prehistoric.
Yeah.
Yeah.
mm,
Awesome.
all right.
Is there anything else that I missed in the recap that you guys wanted to bring up?
I think we covered it.
I just want to say I love you guys.
Nah, you're the best. Love you too.
Fantastic, but I'm super happy to be here.
All right. Dijit Singh Narwhal says Hindu mythology has characters based on constellations or vice versa. And RJ was in some ways inspired by Hindu mythology for sure. The cyclical pattern of ages and time. Thank you.
Diljit,
Well
yeah, that's
said.
exactly one of the questions we had last week was is there reincarnation in the Wheel of Time?
Yeah.
Are these repeating patterns, or are these new expressions of a shared role?
So what does Matt's memories add or take away from that? I mean, I know there's that horn, but the horn does call back dead people.
Yeah. I mean, if it wasn't
I just
for...
feel like in general it adds. I suppose, Josh.
No, go ahead. I'll circle back.
Because you know I'll forget my point.
No, I want to hear what you have to say.
Well,
Yeah.
I like the whole thing about it's just, I don't know, fucking interesting, and I already forgot my point.
Oh, God damn it.
All right, go on.
It's so fast.
I feel you, Kay.
I just think about the Forsaken and like the contrast between the Forsaken locked away with like time frozen versus the past heroes that come back that Rand encounters when Nat blows the horn. And like, are those different expressions, or are they reincarnations? Are they ghosts? Are they real? Are they a perceptual? I mean, was the whole thing a fucking hallucination that everyone co-experienced, or was there an actual battle with like? I don't think we know, but I think it's interesting to wonder.
I think these are actually like a few of these questions I did ask throughout the week. I think I like screamed them into the nonsense of the void, expecting to get some sort of answer, or just
Nice.
correct in general. It's just craziness. Because reincarnation is such a thing that we think about all the time in this timeline. So if we're in like a timeline and in like a wheel of timelines, then what the fuck are we doing, and what is going on, and how is anything happening if we're all maybe simultaneously, like, and not necessarily reincarnated, but maybe we're all like living the same life in a different universe?
Yes. Go on.
Well,
What's
So
real?
is this a multiple parallel worlds theory, or is it reincarnation?
type theory?
Yeah. I mean,
Is it a progressive cosmology with like denouement resolution? I don't know. Like, we just don't know.
Who knows? I mean, they talk
Yeah.
about the Dark One being involved in every aspect and in every timeline, and then they talk about the Creator also being involved and there in every timeline. The same, mostly the same. I think the same is mostly the word that stood out in my brain as far as the Dark One and the Creator.
Powerful.
Yep.
Correct me if I'm wrong on that, please.
No, that's
No.
exactly right.
they said
But
that, but that's what Varen said, and we're at this situation though where we're always seeing or hearing information from one person, kind of like explaining their understanding of the world. Do we buy Varen's version? Is she closer to the truth than like maybe Loyal or Moraine? Like what? She's definitely saying shit we haven't heard before. And and she was in the flicker scene. She experienced
And I fucking love
many
that.
flickers.
I love the flicker scene because I think it like speaks a lot to what we're going through right now and what we're kind of seeing right now, and it's always been something that's intriguing to me, and reincarnation has always been intriguing to me. But I don't think that's what this is. I think it's more about not so much reincarnation, but more so like a multiverse type, maybe.
Interesting.
Theory, and I actually more so expected Josh to and be like, yeah, it's multiverse, and there's math to prove it.
What? Yeah, I mean, what is the
Huh?
what is the fascia between the worlds? This third principle that is between the Dark One and the Light and the Creator, and like, is Selene a representative of that, or yet another factor?
What, the dream world?
No, well,
right.
Varen, the thing that Varen describes, the third constant, which is sort of like the fascia in between the worlds,
Or they surround
or perhaps surrounding them, right? Like this.
Yeah, they call it the dream world, kind of.
Right, and
it's.
I mean, we've seen Selene there already a bunch. She's not an Aes Sedai. She clearly has her own motives, but she is able to, like, if she's not using the one power, what is she using? Is she the representative of the third factor? Is she something else yet again different? I don't know the answer.
I got it. Before we leave, though, Josh, is there a digital form of fascia? Is there an AI fascia? Like, what is a fascia of like a computer system?
Yeah, networks are the fascia of a computer system. Yeah, I mean, like the internet can be seen as a fascia of a fabric, a multi-nodal network, a distributed network, right? Decentralized control. All of these.
Okay.
You don't have to buy into centralized control within this narrative. It could be a decentralized control sort of situation.
Okay. I like it.
Like
awesome.
Like cryptocurrency.
This is the third party bookkeeping of the fantasy world.
Speaking of which, my crypto is sucking right now.
All right.
All right, guys. I love you all. I think Brother Dan's a walking zombie right now.
No, man. Yeah.
It's so late for you, brother. I feel bad for you. We're going to do 3 chapters next week. Don't worry about it.
And these 3 chapters are actually there's some pretty chock-filled things that occur. Yeah, there's going to be plenty to talk about, and they're pretty big. Yeah.
Awesome.
Beautiful.
What a
Yeah, I
night.
love you, and I'm proud of you.
Holy crap.
yeah. Get your book ups. Get your book ups.
Alrighty.
Get your books up.
I'm going to type my Tadori and just get to reading here.
I'm
Jesus.
really focusing on the glossary.
All right, we lost Dan. Hey, get to reading, you filthy animals.